all lenses, both humanitarian and economically speaking. So I don't really see an argument for mass deportation. I'm still waiting for you to give it to me.
For mass deportation, well, yeah, I do think maybe they should prioritize certain people over like the old man who's been here illegally for 15 years and has like made a whole life for himself, you know what I mean? And isn't hurting nobody and never has. Yeah, I think you should prioritize getting out the illegal people where they literally are just sitting at their apartment here in America. All the police had to do is walk up on their door and arrest them because they're convicted in this country, but they don't even legally live here. You understand what I'm saying? Like, why is that happening?
Does anybody understand what she's saying? Because I didn't even follow.
You're not, because you're not listening to me. Why is it that someone who does not live here legally got convicted a crime and like didn't get deported then? But then as soon as Trump gets to office, all it takes is a police officer showing up to their house and deporting them.
What? In 2023 alone, we had over 300,000 deportations from our country, which were disproportionate.
Well, that wasn't that's not 20 million, is it though? That's not 20 million
crimes. That is the same deportation rate that we've had under Trump's admin so far.
Well, where are you getting those numbers?
From the U.S. Department of Homeland Security and Border Patrol.
Well, then why are they getting rid of? So then why is this happening? Like this,
bro, do you just not understand like anything? Come on, really?
You don't understand anything. You don't understand what I'm telling you. You're like, it's like going through one ear and out the other with you.
How many continents are there?
Why the frick does that matter?
Don't even worry about it. Your recent post reads, unfortunately, my big back son's nervous system doesn't know the difference between waiting 2.5 seconds for more food and being told we're
Yeah, that's a straw man argument. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about. It's a straw man argument, and it's a TikTok about my son liking food.
What is it a straw man argument against? Like,
because it has nothing to do with what we're debating right now. It has absolutely nothing to do. My TikTok, what I post on my personal TikTok, has nothing to do with this.
I'm just like curious.
That's why I haven't said anything about it, because I see them commenting it, but I'm not going to acknowledge it because it has nothing to do with what we're talking about. You're just trying to find reasons not to like me.
I've already found my reasons not to particularly like you. You seem to interrupt me every
No, I know, but you're trying to find reasons why I'm wrong when it has nothing to do with what we're talking about. It's called a straw man argument.
What point have you made that you want me to prove wrong?
You invited me to your debate. You're asking me the questions.
Yeah, I'm asking you why you voted for Trump. So what's the reason that you voted for Trump that you want me to disprove?
Well, you never asked me because I joined when someone else.
Why did you vote for Trump?
Well, actually, I wasn't going to, but I kind of decided last minute. This was my first year voting. I'm 20. So this was my first year voting, and I actually wasn't going to. I wanted to vote third party, but I decided last minute that my vote counted because I didn't want Kamala to be president. I wanted Kamala to not be president more than I wanted Trump to be president. Does that make sense?
Okay, so her name is pronounced Kamala Harris, and why do you think Kamala Harris would have made a bad president?
Well, okay, so I don't know much about her, so that's why I said I was going to vote third. Well, hey, no, I said I was going to vote third party, didn't I? I didn't say I was originally going to vote for Trump.
So I just want you to respond to my question. You did tell me that you did not
I'm
want
being
Kamala Harris
honest.
to be president. So what
I'm being
about Kamala
honest.
Harris did you not like?
All I've seen about her is I know she said some crap about the younger generation being stupid. She said that on like right there in front of everybody, in front of a huge audience.
Okay, and that's your biggest contention with Kamala Harris. Correct?
She's also gotten a lot of people, black men and women.
Don't say the names of any. Don't say the names of like any DRUGS if this is relating to your time as DA of San Fran. But go ahead and continue.
I don't even really know what that is referring to, but
DRUGS.
Oh no, I wasn't going to.
Then go on and continue.
Yeah. So for that, they got locked up for probably one of the less bad DRUGS, is what I'm saying.
The MDRUG, correct? Mm-hmm. Phenomenal. So what you're referencing was her time spent as the DA of San Fran. Okay, while she was DA of San Fran, 45 individuals were prosecuted and put in jail. These individuals were disproportionately put in jail for the distribution of the MDRUG, not the consumption of such. Not to mention, when you say that all these individuals were black, you are just creating a lie, a myth, a bit of misinformation. Because it is the case that the state of New York, while she was DA of San Fran, didn't even fucking report race insofar as incarcerated individuals. Thank you so much. Now, moving on to my next statement. It is the case that you are literally just describing a prosecutor prosecuting. And it's important to acknowledge that in 2014, she said it's time to end the war on DRUGs and we need to federally decriminalize use of the MDRUG. In 2018, she literally co-signed, right, on policy in the Senate to federally legalize the use of the MDRUG. And tell me why that piece of legislation didn't pass. Because of the fucking Republicans, because of people like Donald Trump, okay? It is the Republicans that are the only reason, right? It is still criminalized on the federal level to consume the MDRUG. So if you would never vote for Kamala Harris because of her 45 prosecutions, doesn't this mean that you would never vote for any Republican because of their collective hundreds of thousands prosecutions that only continue to add up by the day?
Well, I'm glad you enlightened me on that because that gives me a lot of perspective. Because, well, my whole thing about it was she seems to really put on a act for the Black community. And I know she is Black. I'm not saying that. But the way she talks for these certain speeches and campaigns seems like she's really trying to play towards a side of herself that maybe isn't really there. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean. Do you mind giving me a specific example? People
have quoted the quote black scent. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but
oh, yeah, that quote unquote black scent. So what you're referring to is called AAVE. Okay, and the reason why Black individuals in America, right, will not speak AAVE in front of white people is because of people like you. People that call it the fucking black scent.
Now
you listen to me now. And these stigmatizations that exist because of white Americans, right, that call it lack of education, indicative of ignorance. It's quote unquote ghetto. It's the quote unquote black scent. And it's stigmatized to be this bad thing, although it is just as valid it's either a dialect or a vernacular. I think it's a dialect. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. It's just as valid as a dialect that I'm speaking in or the dialect that you're speaking in. Okay? Right? And unfortunately, because of these negative stigmatizations, right, on the national scale, that it's very bad, that it's very stigmatized to be negative, ignorant, lack of education, the black scent or quote unquote ghetto, etc. Right? All that this means is that if a Black individual wants to be in a position of power, they cannot speak in AAVE because they'll need the support of the white individuals that hold those negative stereotypes towards AAVE. And that's the unfortunate reality. That's something that we want to fix, of course. But when you see a Black woman that speaks AAVE, speaking in AAVE in front of a predominantly Black audience, all that she is doing is speaking in the way that she wants to speak in to an audience that she knows will not, right, hold her culpable to be doing something wrong, be doing something ignorant, be doing something uneducated, or to be doing something quote unquote ghetto. Kai, thank you so much for the galaxy. And it's really, Kai, thank you for the 2 galaxies. And it's really funny because this argument actually fucking proves it, okay? Because although her audience in person was predominantly Black, which is why she spoke in AAVE, of course, there's now an online audience of individuals that have seen that clip repeating on YouTube that are white. And what do white people say when they see that clip? They say the shit that you were saying right fucking now, just finding yet another way to stigmatize a Black woman speaking in AAVE. Go ahead. Blue Pink Berries, thank you for the $10 donation over on YouTube Super Chat. She was talking about how young people make mistakes, stupid mistakes, and shouldn't be punished their whole lives for it. Yep, I agree. Thank you so much for the love, Blueberry. So go ahead.
Well, you blew that way out of proportion, and that's not what I really meant at all. I just think, like, you're really not getting what I'm trying to say. I don't think if she talked in like that all the time, it wouldn't be a problem. It's not the fact that she has a black scent that it has.
Bro, stop calling AV a black scent. That is like such like a,
that's what people call it.
That's what fucking like racist, weird white people call it. No,
I've heard black people call it that.
No, like okay. Well, if a black individual calls AAVE a blaccent, that is no fucking that is no.
I think
call
that's what
for you
woke
to
people call
continue.
it. Is a VVA or whatever, VVE or whatever.
Okay, well, I'm gonna ask you to stop calling AAV a blaccent. I'm so sorry, man. I won't allow that on my live, right?
All
Like,
right. I didn't know
find
it was. I didn't know it was that big of a deal. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I've asked you like 4 times now to not call AAV the quote unquote blaccent. I just appreciate it if you'd honor that, right? I just think it's like weird. I think it's antisocial. I think it's just like further aiding and abetting in like the
Well, if I was black,
now just allow me to fucking finish speaking. Just allow me to finish fucking speaking. It's just aiding and abetting in the further discrimination of AAV, because when you recognize it as AAVE, okay, you are calling it vernacular, which helps imply that it is, just as a valid way to speak as a way in which we are speaking. But when you just call it a blaccent, you're just further perpetuating these like negative racial stereotypes that further embolden bigotry against AAV in America. So that's why I find it important to call it AAV. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, would you like to go and continue?
Okay. I mean, I've had a lot of people talk with AAV my whole life, so even including my family. So, and I mean, we're not all black, but But anyways, I just think my point is she puts on a show, I think, when it's not really her true self. You know what I mean? That was the point I'm trying to make here, and I think it's trying to cater towards that community by
so Kamala Harris is not a part of the black community. Is that your claim?
No, she is. I'm saying she's really, like.
Sorry, man. You're just trying to find. This is just like a way.
I think she's being fake, is what I'm trying to say.
This is just a way that you are trying to use a black woman's blackness against her. Like unironically, you're just finding.
Why would I have a problem with her being black?
Just listen. You're just finding a new breaking edge, right, cunning technique to use a black woman's blackness against her. Okay, you can't just one moment. You can't just call her DEI. Okay, because now we know that that's just racism. Okay, that's more accepted on the national stage. But now we just know what people mean when they call Kamala Harris DEI. Okay, so you can't say that she's not black anymore. Okay, we know who her parents are. We know that's just obvious racism. So now, right, you find a little bit more of a quiet way to kind of finagle in there and use her blackness against her. So, you're just saying that she isn't truly a member of the black community that uses AAV, meaning that makes her fake and unreliable and a chameleon, right? And it just does the same thing. So I just want to ask you real quick. So what's worse, a black woman speaking in AAVE or a man raping a woman?
Neither. What are you saying, dude? I'm not answering that question. That is ridiculous. Because are you kidding me?
No, I'm
you
not
think it's worse for a black woman to speak in AAV than it is for a man to rape a woman? Why would you ask me that?
Because I want to know which one of those two things.
Obviously, it's worse for a man to rape a woman.
Okay, so
what kind of question is that? That's ridiculous.
So how come you've spent the last 25 minutes telling me that you really hated Kamala Harris because she was a black woman that spoke
I didn't
AAV?
say I hated her. I said,
now one moment, please stop. But you've never even spent a moment pondering upon the fact that Donald Trump raped E. Jean Carroll and was held liable for it by a unanimous jury of 9. Wouldn't that be a bigger reason to vote against Donald Trump than to vote against Kamala Harris under your worldview, considering that you think rape is worse than a black woman speaking in AAV?
All right, here's where I wanted to come in. I did not vote for Trump based on who he is as a person. I voted for him based on how
So then why are you telling me that this quality of Kamala Harris that you deem as negative, which is a part of her personal character, is a reason to vote against her, but this obviously negative quality of Donald Trump's quote-unquote personal character is not a reason to vote against him? It's like whenever it's anything about Donald Trump's character, you make a separate distinction between his character and his policy, but then all of a sudden the only reason you voted against Harris was because of her character. Isn't that just like hypocritical as fuck?
Well, if you want to put it that way, then I did vote for Donald Trump because of his character, because I didn't vote for Kamala because she speaks in AAV. I did not. That's not why I don't like her.
Okay, so then why don't you like her? Because I asked you why you thought that she was that presidential candidate, and that was the first thing you brought up.
I think she's a big fat liar, and I think she hasn't ever done anything in her entire career to improve the country. I think she does everything in her own self-interest. And, you could say the same thing about Trump. Yeah, I know that's why you're making that face.
Wow.
But so far he's proved otherwise since he's been in presidency, so I really can't agree with you there.
Okay. Well, first of all, you called Kamala Harris a big fat liar. How many lies do you think she's told in the last 4 years?
And too many to count on my fingers, buddy.
So take a guess. How many?
I don't know. You could ask. You could ask Elon Musk's new AI thing. You could ask him or it, whatever. You can. I forget what it's called. So guys, chat. What's that thing called? What's that thing? What's Elon's?
So I just want you to. What's the biggest lie Kamala Harris has ever told?
Well, she did lie straight up about people not being overseas in that TikTok that went viral when there was literally people.
So that was the biggest lie. Right.
No, I don't know if it's the biggest lie. I don't know.
What do you think? If you had to take a guess.
I think she lies about just about everything, so it's hard to say what's the biggest one.
Oh, come on. That is such an
Well, you would say this. You would say the same thing about Trump, wouldn't you?
No, I wouldn't. I could point out the biggest lie he's ever told.
Here's the thing. I actually just don't know anything about Kamala. That's what I'm going to say right now. And that doesn't mean, you automatically, so you just voted for.
Wait, but if you don't know anything about Kamala Harris, then how's it the case that you know she's a big fat liar?
Well, look, that's what I'm saying is I don't know. I don't have evidence sitting here right in front of me saying all the things she lied about. I don't have that list.
Because you voted against Kamala Harris because you're unsure if she's a big fat liar or not?
Yeah, I think that's valid.
Dude, okay.
And
so you're just agnostic. So I have a question. Are you sure that Donald Trump's not a big fat liar?
Well, so far he's proved otherwise. No, everything he said he's going to do. Some stuff he hasn't done yet. Some stuff he hasn't done yet. He said he's going to do. But I think he's working on it. Yeah.
No, even if we just look at the first month of his administration, what has he promised that he's already fell through on in the first 45 days? I could now just listen to me. Listen to me now. I speak, you listen. So he said, and I quote, this was October 27th, 2024 on Truth Social. He said, and I quote, on day one, I will slash prices. They will fall so fast, your head will spin. On day one, prices were not slashed. And in fact, 3 to 4 weeks into his presidency, we have had the highest egg prices of American history. What about another promise he made that he fell through on? He promised the average American no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, and no tax on overtime in his tax cuts. Okay, none of those three things were included within the House Republicans' budget report for Donald Trump's tax cuts.
Honey, darling, baby child.
Things that he fell through on. Okay, and what about things like historically? Well, not to mention like the 30,000 lies during his first 4 years. He said that windmills cause cancer and that he won the Man of the Year in Michigan, even though that never fucking happened. He lied about the outcome of the 2020 election, and he still does until this day, which is the biggest lie ever told by a sitting president of our country at any point ever.
That it was rigged?
So
is that what you're talking about?
Yes. So if you care, right, about a virtuous, honest president, Donald Trump would be like the last person you would ever want to serve. Or what about the whole eating the cats and dogs myth? What about the whole 200-year-old Social Security?
That was true, though.
Oh, really? What's the evidence?
The people down there eating the cats and dogs because it was so horrible, like the living conditions were so bad that they had no choice.
What's the evidence that Haitian migrants were eating cats and dogs?
Well, I'm sure it's on the news somewhere.
Okay, so that's just a way to say you don't have any evidence.
Well, that's what you always use as the news.
No, I've never said that before.
You always say, you just said earlier. You sourced CNN earlier when you were talking to that other guy.
False. I sourced Will Scharf on CNN. Will Scharf is Donald Trump's... CNN. Do you know who Will Scharf is?
I don't, actually.
Donald Trump's attorney. I don't want to.
He's his attorney.
Yes. His current attorney. And he has been his attorney since 2021. Will Scharf went on CNN to talk to the anchor. And on said interview, Will Scharf, his old and present attorney, right, talked about how, yes, Donald Trump did send these alternative slates of electorates. And thank you so much for the motorcycle. I appreciate that.
Well, I don't freaking know about any elections getting rigged. I mean, I've had my conspiracy theories, but I don't. There's no way to prove that kind of stuff without somebody like exposing somebody, right? But when it comes to all the stuff you've been saying about like, oh, why hasn't prices dropped? He promised this, and that. Well, that stuff can't happen overnight. And as much
he said it would.
As much as he's been doing a lot of stuff overnight, he can't like make the price of he can't make the economy run for a month in a day. You know what I mean?
Well, I agree with you, but I mean that's kind of why what he said was a lie, because he said that he would cut prices overnight, and obviously he didn't. Because
I think we can both agree that was kind of an exaggeration.
So an exaggeration.
I think he meant that he would do it very, very quickly.
How many times have you heard somebody say, "No, I didn't lie. I was just severely exaggerating the truth"?
Well, okay, but it takes common sense to understand that nothing like that can be done overnight. So I don't understand.
So you're just saying that Donald Trump does not have common sense? Thanks.
No, I think he's exaggerating, and you're not picking up on it because you are such
a mental gymnastic. He literally said on day one he will slash prices.
Silly goose. I swear.
Spell silly goose.
SILLYGOOSE. Now shut it, you silly goose.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised you were able to do
I'm
that.
very good at spelling. So, anyways, come on. If Biden said, "Oh, I'm going to do this overnight," and it took him like a month or two, you guys wouldn't be saying this stuff.
Fuck yeah, I would.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would. The reason why Biden nor Kamala Harris ever used the Trump tactics is because they were always trying to be honest with what they promised. Stop interrupting me. They were always trying to be honest with what they promised. The reason you've never seen Biden, the reason you've never seen Obama, the reason you've never seen Clinton, the reason you've never seen Harris say shit, "On day one, I will end inflation and cut prices in half so fast it'll make your head spin," was because they were trying to be honest with the American people. But Donald Trump doesn't care about honesty. Donald Trump is willing to contort the facts to fit whatever narrative he wants to get more people to support him, because he looks at the average American like a fucking toddler watching Cocomelon on their goddamn sticky iPad. Man, this man promised you that he would literally end inflation. Why the fuck is nobody talking about that? Has Donald Trump ended inflation? Is Donald Trump going to end inflation? No, because not only have prices rose since he got into office, but his policy is only going to cause more fucking inflation.
Well, he's only been in presidency in office for a month, and
name one proposed policy that he will get passed in the next 3 years that's going to end inflation.
Well, reduce inflation.
Name one.
I don't think he ever said end.
Oh my God, go to his Instagram. Go back in like a month or two. Look at his presidential promises, the 24 or 16 points. One of the points is to literally end inflation.
Oh, well, I trust him. I think he can do it.
So name one policy that he's going to influence get passed that is going to reduce inflation in America.
Well, all of his executive orders cutting off the billions, if not trillions of dollars going to like random ass, probably people embezzling money, to be honest. Putting names on things that they're quote on spending, getting funding for, but it's really like going straight into their pockets. I feel like that's probably a lot of what went on. And all the people getting fired. I mean, you realize like the people getting fired.
Is it okay if we just like make up like our own version of reality now?
It's not. This is what they talk about.
Okay, so show me where the trillions of dollars have been like embezzled into people's pockets.
Well, I don't know for a fact if it was. I'm saying the things like the balloon animal, the classes for clowns to make balloon animal that the federal government was spending our tax dollars on. That seems really weird, right?
Yeah,
like
and how much money did that cost?
Like millions of dollars, like millions.
That good thing that we've gone from 9 zeros to 6 zeros. We've really cut out a lot of gunk there. Thank you so much.
No, there's like several. Look it up. Okay, go to us.gov.
No, listen. I get it. There is like.
No, because you got to look up proof if you don't believe me.
I just want you to listen. I understand that there's a bunch of like random ways that our federal government spends money recklessly, like classes for clowns to make balloon animals, or I think that even Obama pointed out like some like band that played the fiddles.
Well, and who knows how long he's been in there.
Now just listen. I understand that you're saying that Doge is going to kick these things and add downward pressure on government expenditure. The counter argument is that Donald Trump will add more upward pressure on government expenditure than Doge will add downward pressure on government expenditure.
Well, what makes you think that?
Because he wants to sign $8 trillion worth of tax cuts where 80% of the cuts go to the top 0.1% of earners. Meanwhile, we know it won't trickle down to the average American because of a study from Brookings and the failure of trickle-down economics historically. And we know that it won't grow the GDP to pay itself off because we have a study from 2 Harvard economists, one right-leaning and one left-leaning from the TCJA over the last 7 years that indicated it only grew the GDP annually by about $20 billion, only generating $6 billion in additional government revenue. Okay, so why don't I hear you talking about like those $6 trillion going to the ultra wealthy that will do nothing to you? Is that wasteful government expenditure?
Yeah.
Okay, so why would you rather avoid the couple $1 million going towards clowns learning how to make animals compared to avoiding the trillions of dollars going to the ultra wealthy by voting for Harris?
Well, okay, well here's the thing too is he got rid of
what they call a dunk.
All right. Okay. Well, I was just starting to talk, but he got rid of, there's these employees in the government who have been like working online since COVID, right? Like working from home, and they don't actually do anything. They get paid a government wage and they have these other jobs, like literally have other jobs because they don't work, but they're still getting paid for their federal wage. That's who Trump is kicking out of office right now. You know that?
You understand that Elon Musk said the most money that he could ever cut from government expenditure was $2 trillion. And that is the most biased take in perspective that could exist. Could we agree that if Elon Musk says he'll be able to cut $2 trillion, it's likely less than $2 trillion that will be able to get cut?
They pretty much already cut about that much.
Give me your source.
The speeches that they do, Trump and Elon telling people that's what they've cut.
So I just want
Osmond Gold. I watch Osmond Gold.
I want you to show me $1 trillion that they've cut.
Well, I told you to go on US.gov, but you won't. The WhiteHouse.gov, but you won't.
I want you to give me a very specific article.
I just told you the website.
No, you just said WhiteHouse.gov. Donald Trump's press release. No, I want very specific things that they've cut. I want you to name them. Because you understand that's just bullshit, right? They've not cut trillions of dollars in expenditure. I can't even believe that you'd say something like that. You are so misled. You're so fucking misled. Hey, by the way, if you're watching the stream and you want to support this stream, you could find my PayPal in the link tree in my bio. I get 100% of the proceeds on those platforms. They go straight to me. As well as I'll be able to like read your name off and thank you so much for the love. And if you don't have PayPal but you still want to support, I'm also live over on YouTube right now with 1.8K people concurrently watching, where you could support through any other mean, through YouTube Super Chat. It's really neat. So thank you so much, everybody, for your support. I'd like to thank Mika with the $7 Canadian, Alejandro with the 10. Thank you guys so much. You guys are very kind. All right, but we're just going to go ahead and wait for our guest to get back. Oh, thank you so much. I love you. My girlfriend just brought me a nice little Dr. Pepper. Thank you so much.
Sorry, I'm trying to find. I took a screenshot a couple of weeks ago. Am I able to send images in the chat? No, probably not.
Dude, brain on now.
I don't do this stuff often. Hey, don't make fun of me.
Have you seen anybody send a picture in the chat?
I don't know. Where could I send it? I have a screenshot.
Come on, bro. Yo, YELIR. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat over on YouTube. I really appreciate you so much.
I do. Okay, look. Hey, look. I didn't lose the argument. All right, I didn't lose the argument.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that, buddy.
But I do gotta go. So thank you very much for having me on your live, dude. It was nice talking to you. I hope I gave you some perspective. I know it's real hard for you guys to open up to these things. So thanks.
You're telling me, Pat. You're telling me. I'll get the hell out of here.
Okay.
What is going on, No Name? Did you vote for Trump?
I did.
You sound creepy as fuck.
Oh, I'm sorry for that.
No, okay, no, never mind. No, I was just like the way you're like, I did. No. It was very sinister, but okay, we're good now. Okay, why did you left? Odd. Inked, thank you for the $1 over YouTube super chat. I do really appreciate you for the love, as well as David with the $10 over on PayPal. Thank you so much, David. Guys, go ahead and spam MAGA down below in that chat if you want to come up and join. We'll get you up here for our next debate. Thank you so much, David. Let's get at least 100 big W's for David while we get our next guest loaded up into the live literally right now, y'all. Here we go, you guys. All right, we got Chris loading up in. Here we go. By the way, guys, we won. Okay, you know the reason why I say we won is we have close to 13,000 concurrent viewers on all of our platforms. Not one Trump supporter is willing to come up here and debate me. We won. Everybody's scared. We fucking won. Everybody's terrified. Everyone is so scared, quite frankly, so terrified. Okay, we're gonna get that next guest up in here. We got Laura loading up in, and Laura was just spamming MAGA in the chat, so if Laura doesn't join, I would be surprised. Age, please.
40.
40? Yeah, hop out. Get the fuck out of here. Dip down, Laura. Dip down. That's right. Taylor, thank you for the $5 super chat over on YouTube. Dude, can we get a e? I can't do it as well as I can. E. No, I actually can't do it. My voice is gone today. I could usually do it. Voice is completely gone today. Oh, wait, can you get another cooking episode? Yeah, actually tonight. We'll do another cooking stream tonight. Hey, everybody. I'm going to do a cooking stream tonight on my second account, @It'sNotDean. I'll be updating you guys in the Discord, probably on Instagram too. So, all right, getting the next guest up in here.
Did that sound like Dad?
Hey, what's up? Did you vote for Trump?
That sounded like Jet to me.
Okay, I don't think that they voted for Trump. Hello, pretty big. Thank God. What the fuck? Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, I sure did, man. How you doing?
Wow, you sound like that one person from Adam Sandler movies.
Adam Sandler movies? Who are you talking? I don't know what you're talking about.
The guy with like the bug eyes. I forget his name. You know what I mean? He's like in all of the Adam Sandler movies.
No, I watched a couple, but
don't worry about it. Why'd you vote for Trump?
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm listening to you now for about 15 minutes, and I'm like, man, so much nonsense is coming out of your mouth. But I only started jotting down like the past 4 minutes. So I jotted down a few things. So let me just I'll pick any one of them at random. So first of all, let me try to point out to you the difference. And I know this sounds funny on the surface. Let me explain it. Let me try to explain the difference between a lie and a liar. So a lie is like I say 10 plus 10 equals 5. That's not true. That would be a lie. A liar is someone that he presents himself. I'm a kind person. I work for the church. I take care of children. And actually he molests children and he's an evil person. He's a liar, meaning he might never have said an untruth in his life. But he's a liar because everything about him is false, right? So you understand that distinction. So Trump, right, you guys are like,
I'm so sorry, but this is not fucking 11th grade English class. A liar is somebody who lies.
That's fine. So that's fine. It doesn't matter. So you guys are like, oh, look, Trump's such a liar. He said 30,000 things that are untrue. So there's a difference between a guy. Let me put it this way. I'd rather have a guy that everything that comes out of his mouth is untrue, except he never lies about his intentions. In other words, if he says my intention is ABC, he means his intention is ABC. I'd much rather have that guy than a guy like Obama who makes sure that everything he says is factually true, but his entire being is a lie, meaning he presents to be one way and then... So let's apply that to Trump, right? So Trump,
of course this applies to Trump, dude. Yeah, he said, my intention is to bring back economic prosperity into America, and then he rug pulls $23 billion from his supporters with a meme coin, dude.
Yeah, so as far as that, I don't want to get off on a tangent, but
come the fuck on, man. Or what about the whole I'm very pro law and order, but then he's held liable for rape and convicted of 34 felonies, and the whole criminal justice system is bullshit. And then he turns around and pardons violent offenders that beat up cops and drove stun guns into their necks on January 6th and lets them roam free in the streets. So I have evidence that Donald Trump is not true with his intentions, given a abundance of actions that would directly contradict his promises.
So, all right. So you just said 3 examples. I want to try to. On the one hand, I want to address your. on the one hand, I want to address your examples. On the other hand, I don't want to go off on tangents. But let's take one of your examples. Let's take January 6th. So look at that. He freed these people that were violent. See, that would be an example of a liar versus a lie. You're being a liar, meaning what you're saying is true. It's a fact. Trump excused those people, but what you're saying is untrue, because when you put it into context, that's a key understanding. So the context is that you guys, quote unquote, you guys, in other words, your team, what you did is you arrested everyone that went into the Capitol, the vast majority of people who weren't violent. You put them in these cells, you held them without trial, you put them in these really bad conditions for trespassing, an absolute low-level misdemeanor, and you created the imagery that these are crazy, dangerous. Now, in fact, in that crowd was a handful of guys that were in fact violent, that's true, but what you guys did is you created the imagery by taking everything out of context, and you created the imagery that, look, this massive mob was this mob of crazy, and that's a lie, because that context was not true. So what you did was, in case I'm going to yield the mic back to you in about 30 seconds, don't worry, but I just want to say this point. So that would be an example of what I'm talking about, where the person says something that's true, and they're like, what I said was true, but in fact they're being a liar, because they're creating a context, they're creating an imagery which isn't true. And the imagery is that there was this violent mob and they killed people, but that's not true. My sister happened to be one of those people, just a middle-aged, chubby housewife. She didn't get violent with anyone. She just happened to be walking around. Now, you want to say it's a misdemeanor to, yeah, you're right, but not a violent kind of thing. There were a handful, but you guys want to create the imagery that was the whole crowd, including my chubby middle-aged sister. It wasn't. And that's an example of a lie versus a liar. Go ahead. I yield the mic.
Oh my God. What is your middle name?
My real name, if you will, is Dan.
I was Dan McYapperson.
Okay, I'll go with that.
The contextualizer. If you were like a Marvin villain, your name would be like the contextualizer.
Well, the context is important, but yeah.
No, that was all like just unfortunately bullshit. Okay, so I'm gonna get back to what I was saying. So I just told you that Donald Trump pardoned somebody that had drove a stun gun into the cop of a neck on January 6th. By the way, just for clerical purposes, his name was DJ Rodriguez. This is a real man that was pardoned by Trump, and he pled guilty to driving a stun gun into into a cop's neck. And yeah, that was my point, to demonstrate that he says he's pro law and order, but then does something that's very anti law and order. And then like your response is just to say, well, that wasn't all of them. That was just one of them. Well, I think that you made the assumption that I was painting the image that was all of them, and that's incorrect. There's a handful of them that were convicted of violent offenses against police officers, and that's who I'm referencing. I don't even know how like you didn't even really respond to my argument. You just said it's not all of them, okay? And so for the violent offenders that he did pardon, doesn't this contradict his narrative of being pro law and order? Would you, as a pro law and order patriot, ever support a president that willfully and intentionally let violent offenders that beat up cops roam free in the streets?
In the context in which it happened, with a heavy heart, I have to say yes, because in other words, if that guy was presented in front of me and the evidence was presented, this guy put a stun gun to a cop, etc. His case was presented in front of me, and I'm the judge and jury. Of course, I would say this is not one of the people that should go free. Obviously, that was a violent crime. Okay, so what happened with Trump was he was set with a context where you had this whole mass of people that were I can't say unlawfully, but unjustifiably all corralled into one group as if they all fit the same.
Wait. So DJ Rodriguez was unjustifiably imprisoned? No,
I did not say that.
So then why are you calling him unjustifiably imprisoned? Because I keep mentioning this one fucking dude, and then you keep talking about everybody but this one fucking dude. So I'm going to be very clear with you. I want you to talk about this one fucking dude, or we're going to move on to our next guest. So let's just kind of skip past all this yip yap and bullshit. Okay, you told me that you'd still support Trump even though he willfully and intentionally let violent offenders that beat up cops roam free in the streets by letting them out of jail. So my question to you is why? So what will Donald Trump overwhelmingly do good for America to make you ignore such an atrocious letdown? What is your favorite Trump policy?
Trump doesn't. I don't have a favorite policy. I do not have a favorite policy because I don't think. No, well, politician is
Bro,
people that run
can
for-
you mute that damn notification sound?
Yeah, all right.
Bro, turn that shit off. What is that shit?
Yeah, I know. I keep getting these messages. I hate it also, by the way. I keep getting these friggin' TikTok pop-up messages, and it makes a noise every time. I don't know, mute messages. I don't know how to do it offhand, but I'll try. All right. Anyway, your policy. No, see, that's the thing about Trump. He could have one policy at 9 o'clock in the morning and then a different policy at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, because he's not a politician is someone who runs on policy. He doesn't have policy. He's like,
Oh my god! Oh
He's
my
like-
god! So you're like, well, Donald Trump doesn't have policies, and I'm gonna continue to let you speak because I want you in like your 2011 Android notifications to explain to me why that's a good thing.
well, that's the reason it's a good thing is because Trump, not being a politician, hence not having policies, rather he's not driven. His North Star is not policies. His North Star is how the heck do I get something done? I don't care if it's this policy or that policy.
What the fuck how the hell do presidents get shit done for the American people? Because I have two big ideas. One of my big ideas is legislation through Congress, which is a policy. And another big idea I have is executive orders, which are policies.
I mean, he has a policy in the sense you ask him, what's your policy on the border? My policy is to close the border. Okay, he'll have a policy in that sense.
No, that's not a policy even. That's a fucking goal.
Exactly. That's not really a policy. That's my point. He'll have like a policy in the general overall sense of the word, but he doesn't have a
There's no such thing as a general policy. All policies are very specific.
I know, and that's what he does not want to get stuck into. He's like, I don't want to be stuck to a policy. I want to just get something done.
But you need to have a game plan to win the game.
No, see, there you go. Bingo. You just hit it on the head. That's one of the ways that Trump's differs. Like, no, that's not how I win the game. The way that I win the game is playing with people like he does to you, for example, by putting these things out there that make people crazy. And that's by the way, Art of the Deal, Rule 8, he has 12 rules.
Dude, just stop talking. So you're literally telling me, well, Trump doesn't have a plan to do really anything for the American people.
He has a plan. He has a plan.
So what is his plan to reduce inflation?
He will keep moving around depending on what works.
Don't know it. What's his housing affordability plan?
His affordability plan?
For housing?
For housing? I couldn't tell you. I didn't
Don't know it. What's his healthcare plan?
The specifics, I don't know any of them.
Don't know it. So what's his plan for long-term border security at the southern border?
Okay, that one is a little more publicized. Obviously,
Thank you for the galaxy.
Cool. A little more publicized. That, first of all, obviously, he wants to have more enforcement on the border. Second of all,
more enforcement on the border. I need you to be more specific. What's his long-term policy-oriented plan to fix the issues at our southern border?
All right. One of them that he's verbalized is obviously having Mexico participate with their military on their side of the border.
Okay, so military troops being deployed to the border is a short-term solution. That's putting a Band-Aid on a scratch. Okay, I'm asking you for long-term solutions.
Okay, longer term is a change in attitude. Well, first of all, reinstating title, the stay in Mexico and all that. I know that was for COVID, I'm aware, but reinstating that, which he already has put that forth in form of a executive order, which I understand has to go through court and all that, but changing the whole policy.
Remain in Mexico is an inefficient policy for the reason being that A, it only applied to 60,000 individuals during the years it was implemented. B, asylum seekers remaining in America doesn't hurt America. And C, asylum seekers remaining in Mexico hurts the asylum seekers. And they're at significantly higher risks of violent crimes, creating a humanitarian issues.
Well, as far as the asylum seekers staying in Mexico, the idea there is, you want to seek asylum. First of all, for seeking asylm to put...
Fucking hell. I'm not even going to lie. You sound a little bit like Joe Biden right now.
Right, context, right? So asylum, I just, just a 20-second context. Asylum was because after the Second World War, the blacks and the Jews and the...
Okay. What the fuck? Okay, what the... Hey,
what?
So we're... Okay, so we could refer to black people as black people, and we could refer to Jewish people as Jewish people. Just keep that in mind and continue. Don't call black individuals black with an S at the end.
Oh, black. Okay, I don't know what the distinction is, but fine, I'll go with it. So, black people, Jewish people, they were trying to get in, running away from the guy with the mustache, and therefore we created this policy that said, people should have an asylum when they're running away from a massacre like that, et cetera, et cetera. And that was the context in which asylum was created. Obviously, the people coming up today, for the most part, that's not the same context. They're not.
And that's why only 20% of asylum claims are accepted as legitimate through courts at the border.
Okay. In any case,
I'm sorry, man. I'm just gonna kick you.
Right,
sorry, bro. Sorry, man. I just we were on the live for 20 minutes. I feel like I got to say a total of 15 words. I'm so I literally just got to say a total of 15 words. Mr. McYapperson over here. Yo, Sarah, thank you so much for the $10 super chat over on YouTube saying we watched the insurrection live. This is insanity. So real. Yeah, I really appreciate you for the donation. W's for Sarah in the chat. As well as Jungle with the $10 over YouTube super chat saying today is the time for strong and courageous people, only because they could achieve victory and rid the world of tyranny. That's a good quote, and thank you for the $10. What's your age, Jennifer?
40.
Yeah, bro. I don't even know why you'd go that high. Obviously you don't sound 40. Yeah, and oh my god, yo, Sabrina, thank you so much for the $50 over on PayPal. Oh my god, Sabrina, that is so incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much for the love, Sabrina. I want to see at least 500 W Sabrinas in those live chats. It is so incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much. Sabrina says the hypocrisy he's showing with January 6th can still probably agree. Deportation is unbelievable. Keep educating because wow. Well, I really appreciate you so much for the love. And yeah, thank you so much for the kind message, and I appreciate you for the love. That'll go a very long way. In fact, I'm even going to use those 50 big ones, or at least a portion of them, to do a steak tonight for another Dean's cooking episode. That'll be fun. Hello, Traverse. Did you vote for Trump?
It's Tavares, and no, but you're amazing though.
Hey, man, I appreciate you so much for coming up and showing some love. Guys, keep in mind if you're in that queue, make sure that you vote for Trump. Just looking for some Trump supporters, quite frankly. By the way, I saw a lot of people hating on that last steak. And it came out restaurant quality or better. Not even going to lie. I know, the process of getting there was a little bit rough around the edges, but the steak came out great. I'm not even kidding. It was so good. It was a really good steak. It was perfect. So we're going to get that next guest up in here, guys. Everybody spam MAGA down below in that comment section. Please just give us a minute, man. Please just give us a minute. And yeah, if you want to support me, if you want to support the stream, the link to the PayPal is in my Venmo. Is in the link tree in my bio. If you want to support, but you don't have PayPal, like you have Venmo or something, feel free to go ahead and head over to my YouTube. Link is also in the bio, and support me over Super Chat over there. What is up, Jim? Did you vote for Trump?
Yes.
Are you driving?
No.
Okay, why do you sound like you're driving?
Oh, I don't know.
Thank you so much for the subscription. You're very obviously in a moving car.
You can
tell. We got to move on to the next guest. Everybody, just give us a minute. We got Connor loading up in for the 9.6 thousand people in here, guys. Make sure that we're double tapping over on TikTok. Let's get up to 2 million likes. If you're watching over on YouTube, make sure to like that live as well. Connor, bro, you got to disconnect me from the 50-inch family TV. Okay, Connor just left, so we're going to move on to the next guest. Okay, right now we won. So we have almost 12,000 people watching us concurrently. And not one Trump supporter wants to come up here and debate me. We've won, okay? Okay, if you're a Trump supporter and, you got that spine, you got that backbone, you're not scared, I need you to go ahead and drop a MAGA in that chat. What's up, James? Did you vote for Trump?
What's up? So, no, I was born in 2006 December, but I support Trump. So when are we going to...
Okay, all right. Everybody just give us a minute. Just give us a minute, you guys. Just give us a minute. Oh, I guess I could have talked to you. Sorry, I just kicked you really quick because you said no. Still just looking for next guest here, guys. Spam MAGA. Okay, all of the Trump supporters are very scared, quite frankly, very scared to debate me. By the way, this totally just rage bait to get people to come up. And it works, and I love it. What's up, Star? Did you vote for Trump?
I did.
Don't believe you. YGO, you vote for Trump? YGO, hello?
Faggot.
Your mic is muted. That is great. Your username is YGO Bubble. I don't know. I don't think that individuals should have anonymity on the internet under certain conditions. And I don't think YGO bubble should either. All right, moving on to our next guest. We got our next guest loading up in. In and Out is loading up.
Oh my God, he's calling me up.
Hey, what's going on, In and Out? Did you vote for Trump?
100%.
Okay,
You're so cringe there, Dean. You're so cringe, bro.
Ah, why is that?
This is everything you support, man. Everything you support. Watch, hey, son, watch. I'm going to show my son, like, this guy right here. You never want to be like this guy right here, bro.
Well, actually, I'm going to demonstrate to your son why they should never want to be like you, because I'm guessing that you're about to talk shit and then run away, right?
I'm not gonna walk run away from you, bro.
I know that you are. Come on, you are eventually going to end up leaving this live. 'Cause, I mean, it happens every time. Like you might even be doing it right now. So by the way, you got to be on the live in order for me to hear you. And I'm pretty sure you're already running. Oh, you're back. Okay. So hey, I have a question. So like, can you specifically name a belief of mine that is wrong and cringe?
Just your whole being, bro. Your whole woke being, your whole woke mindset.
So you can't give me a specific example because you know if you did, I'd refute you and prove you wrong, and it'd be very embarrassing to get proven wrong in front of your son, right? And the nervous laugh just further instantiates that fact. So how about you man up, okay?
You're just
name
cringe,
a
bro. You're
specific
cringe.
point that I'm wrong on.
You've always been cringe.
So do you
all
think?
your boys,
So
all your boys have been cringe.
So do you think I'm wrong to say that Kamala Harris had better tax policy than Trump?
Well, we can't even talk about Kamala because she lost, bro.
So we can't talk about losers?
No.
How long did you talk about Donald Trump in the last 4 years, even though he lost 2020? That's right. Shut your bitch ass up. Now answer the question.
Oh, B word. You're gonna call me a B word now? Huh? He's actually you think it's rude, bro. Let's get into business. Let's start debating, man.
So yeah, is it fair for me to say that Kamala Harris had better tax policy than Trump?
She had type of a plan of a tax policy, but nothing too crazy.
What was her tax policy?
Yeah. She was like saying that she was gonna cut for the help the middle class and all that. She was just pandering. So that's all she was doing.
So offering tax cuts to 100 million American workers.
You wasn't gonna get it done, bro. Your party hasn't got it done in the last how many years, bro?
Okay.
All right, look at our country right now, Dean.
So
honestly, bro.
The
Look at our
Biden-Harris
country
administration got it
after the
done.
Biden presidency, bro.
Name one bad
horrible,
policy.
bro.
Name one bad policy they passed.
The United States right now, bro, is it's crazy right now, bro.
Oh no, the camera turned off. Can you name one bad policy that the Biden-Harris administration passed, sir?
Sure, yeah, definitely.
Uh-oh. Did he go on pause, chat?
You there?
Yeah. Sorry, I just had to turn my camera back on for YouTube. So what's one bad policy that the Biden-Harris administration passed? Can't come up with shit. I could tell you like 5 good ones. PACT Act, Infrastructure Bill, Inflation Reduction Act, American Rescue Plan. What the fuck now? Chips and Science Act.
So what did the American Rescue Plan actually accomplish?
Yeah, the American Rescue Plan was a second stimulus package offered at the beginning of the Biden-Harris administration following Trump's at the end of his, offering an additional $1.9 trillion in COVID stimulus to reinvigorate the American economy, bump consumer confidence, bump consumer spending, which ultimately helped us rebound the fastest from the inflation and economic travesties onset by the pandemic out of any other country.
That didn't stop the Fed from printing money.
It caused them to print more
money than crazy, bro.
Yeah, it caused them
That's
to
why
print
our
more
inflation
money.
is so high, man.
Okay, so government spending causes inflation?
The Fed was printing money, bro.
Yeah, so who had a greater level of
The
government
private
spending?
bank entity, the Fed, bro, was printing too much money, making everything, all our everyday costs crazy, man.
Yeah, and I have a question. So the Fed's printing money is called the increase in the M2 money supply. When did we see the greatest increase in the M2 money supply?
The what?
When did we see the greatest increase in the M2 money supply in modern American history? April of 2020 under Trump's admin. All you have to do to prove this to yourself, go and Google.
Well, that was
type
COVID,
in
bro.
M2
That's
money
because of
supply.
COVID.
Oh,
We had
right.
to do- we had to do something.
It
We had
is.
to do
It is.
something
It is because
to
of
save our
COVID.
country, man.
Precisely. So you were just telling me that Biden was bad for inflation because under his admin, we had increases in the M2 money supply. But then
Crazy
as soon as I'm like, we had the greatest increase.
He spent it like no one else, man.
Okay, so remember at the beginning of the live when you told me that I was cringy because of my beliefs? So if I proved to you that there was more expenditure under Trump's admin compared to Biden and Harris's, would that make you cringy because you're telling me that Biden and Harris were so bad because of their spending?
You can't compare Trump's to Biden's because of COVID, man.
What if we were
It
to
was
take out COVID?
unprecedented. What happened under Trump's presidency was unprecedented.
What
bro.
if we were to
never
take
happened
out-
in modern times,
Hey,
bro?
what if we were to take out COVID for Trump and leave it in for Biden? Would that be more fair?
No, you're gonna pull. I saw you. I watched you debate the other night. You pulled some BS thing off of some website. I saw it the other night.
So it's not bullshit just because you don't like it. That's
No, but that's-
embarrassing.
that-
So I have a
that
source
doesn't
for
show
you.
the total
So this
spending
is
at the end of the
coming.
day.
Well, it doesn't show the total spending because it only shows the debt related to new expenditures signed into law by the presidency. We have reoccurring spending in our federal government year by year by year. For instance, there's still annual spending, and there was annual spending under the Biden-Harris administration caused by Trump's tax cuts. But obviously, we want to associate that with being caused by Biden because that was reoccurring expenditure caused by Trump. So now to go back to what I was saying, the CRBF, the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget, indicated that Donald Trump spent $8.6 trillion over his 4 years. Biden and Harris only spent 4.6. If we ignore COVID for both of them, we're left with $4.8 trillion of non-COVID related expenditure for Trump and $2.2 trillion of non-COVID related expenditure for Biden. So if we ignore it for Trump and keep it in for Biden, Donald Trump still spent more at $4.8 trillion of non-COVID related expenditure compared to Biden and Harris of $4.6 trillion of all expenditure. So you just got your T clocked. I feel embarrassed for you. Who's a
My
crazy
T
one
clocked.
now?
Okay, all right. So
Mike, thank
I
you
wanna
so
break
much
down-
for the 1
Hey,
second.
bro, I
Shut
wanna
up.
break down
one moment.
the thing you always
Mike, thank you
bring
so
up
much.
about-
One
about
moment.
President Trump.
One moment. Thank you so much for the
You
$15
always bring up
donation.
President
Just
Trump,
give me a
how
second.
he's
Mike,
a
just give me a
graper
second.
and he
Just
did
give me
all
a
this
second.
to
Mike,
that
thank you.
one
Just
woman.
give me a second. Mike, thank you so much for
wanna
the
burn you on that.
$15 donation over on PayPal. I do really appreciate you for the love. Let's get some W's for Mike down below in that comment section. In fact, guys, can I get a W, Mike, from you for the $15?
You open your mouth up.
Oh,
right there,
and Sid, thank you so much for the Future City. Oh my God. Everybody show some love to Sid and Mike in that chat. Thank you both so much. Yo, in and out. Can I get a W Sid and a W Mike from you?
W said W Mike, bro.
Good boy.
You good boy?
Good boy, bro. That's racist, man. You know I'm Hispanic, right?
I don't know your race.
I forget about that. I forget about that. You used racial slanders back in the day when you played Fortnite.
Yeah, when I was younger, I used racial slurs. I don't see how that relates to me calling you a good boy because you wrote out my donations.
So,
What?
yeah, go get my other phone.
I'm so sorry. How does that make me racist?
Because that's condescending, bro. Calling me a good boy, bro, and I'm Hispanic. That's racist.
Okay, well, first of all, a time historically where the term boy has been used in a bigoted demeanor has been in reference to black men. Okay, you said that you're Hispanic. Second of all, I use the term good boy to be condescending towards men up on my live that are talking shit, and it's absolutely hilarious, and it has nothing to do with your race.
Well, you guys like, you Democrats like to make everything out of context and blow it up pretty big. So that's what I'm trying to do. Just trying to match your energy. That's what I'm trying to do.
When have I done that?
All the time, bro.
Give me an example.
So to reiterate what I was trying to ask you.
No. Give me an example.
You always
Give me an
pander
example.
back to the way Trump is a graper and he's convicted on 34 felonies.
Yeah, of course, pointing out the fact that the president is a rapist is pandering. Wait, explain to me how. Wait, explain to me how, like,
every time.
Explain to me.
When Eugene Carroll, bro.
Hey, 1 second. Shut up and stop talking.
What happened with that
5,
interview,
4,
bro?
3, 2, good boy. Explain to me how calling out the fact that our president is a rapist is pandering.
That what?
Explain to me how calling out the fact that our president is a rapist is pandering.
That's pandering to your base, bro, and the way you get paid through pallet management and all the other stuff, bro.
Oh, you think I'm paid by
even saw,
pallet?
like with USAID, bro, that pallet management was under USAID getting funding through that. Not your management company, right, Dean?
No.
It is, bro.
No, it's not. I'm not signed under pallet.
Prove me wrong. Let's see.
No, you have to prove the positive. I don't have to. I don't have to prove the negative.
It's out there already, bro. It's already out there.
Then it's out there. Give me any
I'm making an
evidence.
accusation, bro. I'm making an accusation.
So then give me evidence.
I saw it. I saw it in black and white.
Luke, thank you so much for the $50 super
Answer my
chat.
question about Trump.
Luke with Luke with the $50 super chat over on
You
YouTube.
do that to my face, bro.
I would. With the
No, you wouldn't, bro.
$50 super chat over on YouTube.
I'd ring you like a
saying
like a
love
wet
you.
T-shirt, bro, and hang
Saying,
out to dry.
saying love you,
your
brother.
woke
You're saying love you, brother. You're doing the Lord's work, talking to these individuals. Please shout out my girlfriend Brittany. Let's shout out to Luke, and let's get some massive big W's for Luke in that comment section for the $50 super chat, as well as Ann.
Where's the girl at, man?
As well as Ann.
Talk to me real quick.
As well as Ann with
Have her
the
bring me.
fish.
I like Dr. Peppers too, there, Dean. Have her bring me a Dr. Pepper too, bro. Your girl. I like mine on ice, though, bro. I like mine on ice.
You think she'd go in a 50-mile radius of you? You're funny as fuck. I'm going to get back to thanking my donors. Just give me a moment here. Massive shout out to Ann for the $10 as well, saying here's your government money. Thank you so much for the check, Ann. I do really appreciate you for the love. Everybody show some love to Ann. Thank you so much. And Luke, once again, for the $50 super chat. I'd also really like to thank Sabrina for another $50 donation over on PayPal. Holy fuck. Let's get another 500 big W's for Sabrina down below in this comment section. Sabrina says, for the tax on this steak and call him a good boy again. Good boy. Thank you so much for the love, Sabrina. Thank you so much for the love, Sabrina. It means the world. It means the world. That's insane. Carolina with the $2. Megan with the $5. Eric with the $2. Thank you guys so much. Now go ahead and continue to tell me about how you want my 19-year-old girlfriend to do things for you. You fucking
You're a 19-year-old girl. You're a 19-year-old girlfriend. Well, I want her to bring me a Dr. Pepper, bro. That's just common hospitality where I come from.
How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
Old enough to be your dad.
So then why do you want 19-year-old girls doing things for you?
I'm just asking. It's common hospitality. If I'm a guest to bring me a Dr. Pepper, I like mine on ice.
You're not a guest.
I'm not a guest on your live.
You're on my live. You're not like a guest in my house. What are you talking about?
Why am I getting under your skin, Dean? It's all right, bro.
You're not getting under my skin. I'm just curious about where that came from.
That what?
Like, I don't know. It's just like really weird when like older men talk about like 19-year-old girls and shit. I think that's strange.
No, I'm just saying your girl's there. She brought you Dr. Pepper. I enjoy drinking Dr. Pepper too as well. So
I'm guessing the reason you don't have one is because your girl's not there, right?
my wife's right here.
Did she leave with the kids?
My wife's right here, bro.
Moving on, would you go ahead and dispute my my argument there, or do you just want to continue to talk about 19-year-old girls?
I want to debate you on why you always bring up blasphemy. You know, talking smack about Trump and his name, about a graper and all that.
Did you just call calling Donald Trump a rapist blasphemy?
It is, bro.
Oh my God! So you look at Donald Trump like God, and you treat like
Not
following
God,
him as
bro.
a religion.
He's our president of the United States.
Blasphemy is is a biblical term applicable to
Bro,
God.
you don't believe in God, bro. You don't believe in God. You're an atheist.
Yeah, but that is still where that term is derivative.
You can't use that
of.
word, bro. You're an atheist, bro. You don't believe in anything like that.
Are you a Christian?
That's why you're leading the youth.
Shut up, yo, T-Shro. Thank you for the shut up, buddy. Thank you for the $5 donation over on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you, T-Shro. Huge shout out to T-Shro. Yo, Pei Tong with the $10 YouTube Super Chat. Shut up, saying MAGA lacks a 5th grade education. This guy for sure. Thank you so much for the love, Pei Tong. As well as Briar with the $5 over YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much for the love. The guy says, hey, go make Dean's girlfriend a sandwich. Yeah, you should go make my girlfriend a sandwich there, bud. As well as Brittany, thank you for the $10 over on YouTube Super Chat, saying, "Hey, it's Luke's girl. I would never go within a 50-mile radius of this dude." W's for Brittany. W's for Brittany. And anyways,
Brittany's probably like 350 pounds, probably.
Okay, well, if you're just gonna like dedicate your existence on this live to, you know, just calling it blasphemy to call out the fact that Donald Trump's a rapist, trying to get my girlfriend to do things for you, and calling Brittany like 350 pounds, like we're just gonna kick you, like. I feel bad for your kids, bro. I'm surprised that, you know, you have a wife that is active in your life. One second, I gotta fix the camera again. That is just like disgusting, gross, misogynistic rhetoric. We're here for debates. We're gonna go to move on to the next guest. Everybody, do just be patient. We got cooked toast loading up into that live. Just like super disgusting, gross, misogynistic rhetoric. What's going on, Cook? Did you vote for Trump?
No, I did not.
Okay, well, we are just looking to debate individuals that did vote for Trump. Yeah, and the camera over on YouTube keeps on like turning off for some like weird random reason. I don't know what it is. Some days it does it, some days it doesn't do it. It's doing it today. Nolan, thank you so much for the 20 Canadian dollars over on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much. Hey, what's going on?
Oh shoot!
Jen?
Accident.
No worries, bro. Maybe it's an overheating issue. I think it is. I think maybe if I put a fan on the camera, maybe that will do something, because it does get quite hot in here. I won't lie. Hello, Learn Option Trading. Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. My bad. Yes, I did, sir.
So why'd you do that?
Well, of course, after he came into office, there's some things that he did that I don't agree with, certain things, which we could talk about. But the things that he did say he would do before he stepped into office, I agreed with. And we could talk about that too as well. And I'm just curious, who did you vote for?
Kamala Harris.
Okay, that's fine. And look, just to be clear with you.
Trump because he said that he's going to do certain things. Like what things?
Well, I do agree with the whole immigration things. Of course, we should have a border that's closed and we shouldn't have illegals coming in. And I do agree you should come in legally. It's fine. And look, just to be honest, and I come from a Mexican background. I was born here, third generation. And also I have a girlfriend who also voted for Kamala. So just to give you some context there.
Okay, so what's your favorite Trump immigration policy?
Well, I do like that he re-enlisted Title 42 and put the borders back up. And also he's got real tight with...
He didn't. So putting Title 42 back into effect would be unconstitutional.
Okay, well, my whole point is I do agree with him shutting down the borders and getting real tight with having no immigrants coming in, because we need to stop the route of pretty much having illegals flood into and have an invasion.
Are you talking about like deploying like troops to the southern border?
Well, I'm talking about literally. Well, you've seen videos of the invasion of immigrants flooding through our country, right?
Wait, does invasion imply harm?
No, I'm not. No, invasion doesn't imply harm, but I agree that we should have.
So then, can you define invasion?
An invasion is a border that's getting flooded with people that shouldn't be here, like an illegal crossing.
So a bunch of undocumented migrants in America. Name one way that
do you agree?
Migrants in America. One moment. Name one way that undocumented migrants in America that have not committed violent crimes hurt you, me, or anybody else in America.
And those people, I agree, should be here. They should come in legally. That's it. They should just come in legally.
That's my question. So undocumented migrants in America, what's one way they hurt you, me, or anybody else in America?
There's many articles I can pull up here and show you that they have hurted many people and have hurted many regular citizens, undocumented immigrants that are here illegally.
Okay, so you obviously were not listening to my question. I'll repeat it. Name one way that undocumented migrants that have not committed violent crimes have hurt individuals in America or America as a whole.
And they haven't. And so I say they haven't. They have not. There has been some where they haven't.
I'd love to pick up now. So undocumented migrants in no way hurt, right? America.
Yeah, there's been some that have not hurt.
No way hurt you, hurt me, hurt anybody in America. Okay, so I could actually name ways that undocumented migrants that have not committed violent crimes help America. Okay, in 2023 alone, they paid close to $100 billion in taxes to the federal, state, and local level. It's also the case in the next 10 years. Migrants as a whole are expected to add $1.7 trillion to the American GDP. They reduce per capita crime rates because they're 2 times less likely to commit violent crimes compared to U.S. citizens. So it is the case that they help you, they help me, and they help America. So I don't think it's a good thing to deport all of
you agree
violent crimes. We should rather offer them a pathway to residency or citizenship.
Legally, right? Correct. Legally, right? Legally, or you agree with the invasion? You agree that they should be flooding in here. We should let everybody that came in to have a passport, and everybody that came in should be able to work freely. You agree that everybody that's coming in here that we don't know whether they come from a different country, that we don't even know where they came from, or if they have a background of some illegal activities. You agree that it is fine that we should have anybody that's coming in here.
Thank you so much for the mini star.
So basically, you agree that anybody that comes in here.
I was explaining my position, and then you just interrupted me.
No.
How about you let me explain my own position instead of you trying to?
Well, I can also tell you how they also impact us actually financially, because DHS, the Homeland Security, pays with my taxpayers' dollars that I pay when I go to get a paycheck. Gets taken out of my paycheck, and guess what? They house these illegal migrants that I don't agree with. They house them. They use money that I don't agree with, that I pay, that they should not be using to house illegal immigrants, when there's people on the streets like veterans that don't even get that money that these illegals get. You know what I'm saying? So that's not right. Why are they giving more money out to these people that don't even know our countries, don't even care about our cultures, don't even care about our people? But yeah, there's people that fought for our country that don't get any of these benefits, but they're giving more money to these people that are coming in illegally. And also on top of that, bro, to add to it.
Sorry, can you stop yapping?
No, I'm going to continue on to let you know as well that, look,
Jesus Christ, man. Can I just respond to what you've said so far?
Well, I'm also responding to what you said, how they help us. I'm telling you how they do not help us.
Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. Like, you're such a spineless
No, I'm about to cook you, brother. I'm about to cook
no,
you,
you're
brother.
such a fucking spineless. You can't cook shit when you don't even
I'm about
let
to
me
cook
respond
you, brother.
to
Sit there on the pot and let me cook you in the pan. Sizzle there, you little white boy. Sizzle there. All right, so let me tell you something. Look, every country out there in the world has a border. Why are the United States the only country where you should allow anybody comes in? Why you agree with this, bro? Why do you agree that every country in Saudi Arabia, if I just go in there, they're gonna kick me out, bro? Why do you agree that in the United States, if some random motherfucker that comes from a different place of the country should just come in here? Like, why do you agree with that? Why do you want that? Why do you want that, bro? Tell me.
Let me know when you're done.
I'm done. Why do you want that? Tell me that. Answer that question. I'm just curious.
If you're still talking, it means that you're not done.
Okay, I'm done. Why?
You're still fucking talking. Okay, so we're going to go from your last statements to your first statements. So first of all, I need you to act your age. Hata, thank you for the money gun. Right now, you're acting like a child. You're acting like a very young, very emotional, very unintelligent teenage boy.
Okay, that's fine. Go on.
So instead of saying, well, why do you think we should just have these open borders where anybody can invade and come into our country whenever they want to, you stupid fucking white boy? Like, instead of like phrasing your argument that way, instead you could just ask me, Dean, what is your opinion on border security? How should we control the flow of migrants coming into America? What restrictions should exist and when? You know what I mean? So I could tell you my personal position insofar as what restrictions I do think should exist and how they should exist. And hopefully this will answer your question. So I think that we should have a border. Wow. Okay? And I think that we should increase the efficacy of our legal ports of entry. We need to make it significantly easier and significantly faster for individuals to legally migrate into America. The reason that is important is so we can screen the individuals that are coming into America, and we should not let anybody come into America if they have prior violent offenses in other countries. Okay? I also agree that for undocumented migrants in America that have committed violent crimes, they should be deported. So, all in all, if we do this, we expedite those legal systems, it'll naturally disincentivize undocumented entry into our country. It'll cause more individuals to go through said screening processes, okay? And what that will cause here at home in America, right, is significantly less individuals coming into our country committing said violent crimes when their rates are already incredibly low. Undocumented migrants are 2 times less likely to commit violent crimes compared to U.S. citizens, and significantly more being provided into the American economy. And this means that I have a better quality of life, you have a better quality of life, and all the migrants coming into America have a better quality of life as well. But what this means for the undocumented migrants that are already in America is for those that have not committed violent crimes, they should be offered a pathway to residency or citizenship, right? And the reason they should be offered a pathway to residency or citizenship is because they don't hurt you, they don't hurt me, they don't hurt anybody, right? If anybody, they're the ones being hurt because they do not have as much, bargaining power in the workplace compared to a U.S. citizen due to their lack of citizenship and threat of expulsion from the country. So if we offer them a pathway to residency and citizenship, they'll be getting paid more, meaning they could put more back into the American economy, meaning migrants can go from providing $1.7 trillion to our GDP in the next 10 years to $2 trillion. And migrants, undocumented migrants, can go from paying $100 million in taxes on the federal, state, and local level every year to $150 million. What about that? $1 billion. Okay? So that's my plan, right? And this plan looks for the humanitarian needs of undocumented migrants in our country. This plan looks out for the economic needs of the country as a whole, and this plan aids and abets in offering a higher quality of life to the average citizen, including individuals such as you and me. So why do you disagree with my plan?
No, I agree with your plan. They should come in legally, and as far as you said...
if you agree with my plan, then you'd be a liberal.
No. Well, here, please don't overtalk on me. I gave you the opportunity to speak as long as you want without me saying a word. So anyways, I agree with your plan. I think we should have a speedy process. I think we need to have people come in legally. Legally, I say legally, guys. People need to understand. I say the word legally. What's happening right now is there is people coming in illegally, and the Kamala Harris and Biden administration allowed it. And all I'm saying is I agree.
That's bullshit. Wait, how did they allow it?
They allowed it because they allowed Title 42 to not even be. Oh, they allowed people just to come in, bro. We seen videos, man. There's literally videos.
So, okay, so you're just saying that
please don't interrupt me. Let me continue on, guys.
Sorry, man. You got
please
fucked.
Let me continue on.
You got fucked. I'm interrupting your ass. So you're saying that it's happening under their administration, therefore they allowed it. Does this mean that Donald Trump allowed the record high 14.8% level of unemployment at the end of his term in April of 2020, meaning that he is directly culpable and responsible for the highest level of unemployment since the Great Depression?
Whoops, my bad. I don't know how my mic muted. But anyways, look, I agree that we should have people coming in legally. That's it. Like, that's pretty much it, man. That's it. That's literally it. I agree that we should come in legally. Like, that's it. And I agree with most people that agree with that. I think everybody agrees that we would want immigrants to come in legally. I don't think that's an issue with most people. And I think we can all collectively as a whole agree with that in the United States, that people want people to come in just legally. That's it. I agree. A speedy process.
Culpable and responsible for the highest level of unemployment in our country in the last 100 years in April of 2020 at 14.8% because it happened under his administration, similar to how you said that the Biden-Harris administration was directly culpable and responsible for increases in undocumented migration into America merely because it happened under their administration.
And you know what the difference is, though? You know what the difference is between the Trump administration, the Biden administration, and the whole Democrats and Republicans is this. Is the fact that Democrats allow it, and also they pay taxpayers monies to house these immigrants, to shelter these people, to give Americans dollars to these people. And what Trump is trying to do is stop the whole capture and release.
Undocumented migrants paid $100 billion in federal, state, and local taxes in 2023. Name one federal program that benefits them. We're breaking your arguments down into bite-sized chunks. And I'm forcing you to do it by getting you, or else you'll just never stop talking. So
well, say that one more time. Well, I didn't hear what you said.
Undocumented migrants paid $100 billion in taxes on the federal, state, and local level.
That's nothing, bro. You know how much in trillions of dollars we're in debt, bro? Like 1 billion. What's 100 billion gonna do, dog? What's 100 billion gonna do, bro?
Thank you so much for the galaxy. I'm asking.
Yeah, what's 100 billion gonna do to $36 trillion in debt, bro?
I'm asking you what federal programs benefit undocumented migrants.
What federal programs benefit from undocumented migrants? I can't even name one because there's none, bro. We shouldn't have any in general. Why do we have undocumented immigrants in our country? We shouldn't just have it in general.
Great. Thank you so much for the point. So you walked right into the point. Okay. You were saying that our federal government is spending money on undocumented migrants and it's a misuse and abuse of the taxpayer's dollar. Okay. Then I'm like, they paid $100 billion in taxes in 2023 alone. What money has been spent on them? You couldn't name any. So in other words, undocumented migrants fucking subsidize your way of life. Just saying. If anything, right, you are unfairly benefiting off of their tax dollar in a way that they're not. They're not benefiting off of your tax dollar. They put into the system, they don't take out of the system. Now go back to my question. You told me that Biden and Harris were directly responsible for a crisis at the border because said crisis happened under their administration. If we could assume the logic, whatever happens in the country is the fault of the presidency, does this mean that it was Donald Trump's fault that we had the highest level of unemployment in the last 100 years in April of 2020?
Is it Donald Trump's fault that we have the highest unemployment rate in 2020 during that administration when he was there? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, something or another. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he is obviously cutting major people out of the government, which is going to increase unemployment rates, which I'm going to buy puts in the stock market when it happens, just so you guys know.
This was in 2020.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, because he agrees with what I agree with. We need to stop having government officials and just inefficient, he's cutting all these government workers, and obviously, I agree with that. So of course, with his administration, no, bro, check. So with his administration, of course, there's going to be record unemployment because he's going to cut the government.
We didn't have more. The last time we've had more unemployed Americans since April 2020 was the Great Depression.
Yeah.
And you think that's a good thing for the American economy?
No, I don't think that's a good thing. I'm saying what Trump is doing now as far as cutting government. So I'm not
talking about what Trump is doing now. I'm talking about what happened in 2020.
Yeah, what happened?
Is Donald Trump responsible for the 14.8% level of unemployment in 2020?
Is he responsible for the unemployment rate that happened in 2020?
Yeah, the question I've only asked you a billion times.
Yeah. He is. Was he in office in 2020? Yes, he was. Yeah, he was. So
Okay,
he was.
Wait, it's something else that happened in America in 2020 was the pandemic. Is Donald Trump directly responsible for COVID?
I would say so. You want to know why? Because of stimulus packages. And guess what, guys? Look, I don't even agree with stimulus packages. Everybody here on this app is going to say, I'm so glad that Trump gave me.
wait, dude. So I had a breakup in 2020. Is Donald Trump directly responsible for my relationship falling apart because he was president?
No, you got to stop muting me. You got to stop muting me. But no, he's not.
Wait, why? It happened in the country under his presidency.
Well, look, all I'm trying to say is
oh my God, it's like my mom got COVID in 2020. You just told me that was his fault. So why wouldn't my girlfriend breaking up with me?
Well, Democrats blame it on him. Like, what's the point of you trying to get at?
You're fucking blaming it on him, bruh. I got a couple donors to thank. Yo, Cat with a K, thank you so much for the $10 over on YouTube Super Chat saying, two of my favorite streamers live at the same time. What is one to do? If I can't watch them, at least all I can do is donate. Well, Kat, I do appreciate you for the love. Thank you so much. As well as Danny with the $5 over on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much, Danny. And oh my gosh, you guys are going absolutely crazy over on the PayPal. Sabrina, thank you so much for the $30 donation over on PayPal. Thank you so much for the love. Sabrina says, and I quote, feeling so betrayed by the Hispanic community, like it is so fucking sad. Well, I do really appreciate you so much for the $30. Obviously, that is not my place to comment as a white boy, which is a fact the last guest had pointed out. But I could understand, where they'd be coming from, and I seriously appreciate you for the $30. As well as Mary, thank you so much for the $10 over on PayPal. Mary says, thank you for, do you love watching you crush the MAGA demon rats? I love that new name. I'm never going to stop using that. Thank you, Mary. As well as, let's see here. Yo, Christian! Oh my God! Yo, Christian with the $100 donation over on PayPal. Oh my gosh. Yo, I want to see at least 1,000 W Christians in all of those live chats. That is absolutely insane. Christian says, appreciation donor for supporting gay rights. Also request for more cooking content. I kind of love that cooking live stream. I'm going to do another one tonight. I'm seriously going to do another one tonight.
Yo,
Dean. Just do it again. So thank you for the love. Everybody, please show some love to Christian in the chat for at least the next 10 minutes, bro. Could I get a W Christian from you, guest?
All right, Dean. W Christian, but okay, Dean. Last thing, and then we'll wrap it up, and then you can go on to your next one. Because I'm trying to be respectful, guys. So understand, I'm trying to be a respectful man. But anyways, this is my last point, and then we can continue on. But bro, my whole point is, I do agree with government. I do agree that we need to what he quotes, clear the swamp, drain the swamp. I do think that we need to cut on government spending, as far as cut back on inefficient.
Who spent more, Trump or Biden?
Okay, well, so we need to go back. We need to cut back and cut certain jobs, like inefficient jobs, people that are working these jobs that shouldn't even be there.
Who spent more, Trump or Biden?
Because these people are taking our taxpayers' dollars. Like the more government employees there are, the more it hurts the regular folks.
Who spent more, Trump or Biden?
And I will be honest with you. Look, I'm going to be honest. Trump did. I see the numbers. Trump did.
Voila! Did you know that his tax cuts in this term alone were more expensive than all of Kamala Harris's proposed policy?
Yes, and please.
And you just told me that government expenditure directly hurts the average American. So I just want to clarify that Donald Trump directly hurt the average American more in his first term than Biden and Harris, and predicated on proposed policy, he is more harmful to the average American compared to Kamala Harris this time around, because one of his fucking bills, his tax cuts, are more expensive than all of her policy over the course of what would have been her 4 years, and more expensive than all of the policy that her and Biden spent over the last 4 years, including their COVID-related expenditure, right?
Uncompared to Barack Obama. Barack Obama had the most. But anyways, man, to go back to, and that's
okay, just saying Obama doesn't dispute my argument.
It does. No, I agree with you. Look, and I want you to understand this too, Dean. Understand, when I first came in here, I told you that there are certain things that Trump did that I don't agree with. Like,
you're making a whole argument. You're like, I love Daddy Trump.
No, I didn't even say that. See,
wasteful government expenditure.
You can't put words in my mouth. I didn't say that.
Okay. I did put the words, I love Daddy Trump.
Yeah, you guys, look.
But the point still stands, because you've been making an argument that he's good for cutting down on wasteful government expenditure. But as soon as I'm like, well, he's actually worse for wasteful government expenditure.
And that's the thing. I don't agree with that. I don't like that. Like I don't.
But you were just making an argument that you agree with him because he's better for wasteful government expenditure. I'm gonna lose my damn mind.
Yeah, you're talking about.
I'm gonna have another heart attack, you guys. I'm gonna have another.
But you're talking about his last administration, correct? Like the last one that he did.
Talking about his last administration.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about this administration.
This one, hopefully, it's different. And look,
we know it won't be literally.
And I understand that, and that's what I'm saying. Like, look, please understand that when I first voted for bro,
baby, let me talk to you. Let me whisper some sense into you.
Guys, understand.
Let me talk.
Go ahead.
One of Trump's proposed pieces of legislation, justice tax cuts, okay, are more expensive than all of Kamala Harris's proposed policy. Ain't that right? What does that tell us? No, we can't just hope on a whim that he's not going to spend an absorbent amount of money. We can't just say, oh my God, I'm going to manifest that he's going to be good for government expenditure, because we know the facts and they're not looking good, okay? Your fucking magical beans and manifesting aren't going to go do shit here. Like the fact of the matter is,
and I agree.
His
I
proposed
agree
policy as it stands is more expensive than every single thing.
Like there were certain things
and every single thing Biden passed.
Like there were certain things that Biden did, like the whole cut back on the Green XL pipeline that cut our gas prices, so we no longer imported gas to us. And so, anyways, man, my whole point is I'm about to hop off here real soon. It's just the fact. Look, understand? Yes, I may have voted for Trump.
XL pipeline. You're talking about the Keystone XL.
Yeah, the Keystone. My bad. I don't know why I said green.
Yeah,
but
and that was a decision made by the Supreme Court, and that was also shut down under Trump's administration in 2018. And we imported more gas from Canada under Biden and Harris compared to Trump, and we produce more oil in America under Biden than any administration we've ever had or other country.
And that's why we're trying to stop.
Ever existed.
And that's why we're trying to stop buying from other countries, because we need to create it from our own self, so we can stop wasting money on printing. Just printing. Quantitative easing is what it's called. They need to stop quantitative easing and just printing out money out of thin air and buying from other countries. We imported
less oil overall under the Biden-Harris administration.
No, and I hear what you're saying. We imported less.
Every argument you're making proves to be wrong, and then you're just like, I hear what you're saying, even though I'm disproving everything you're saying.
No, you're not. Because why did gas go up more higher in Biden's administration? Because we had the lowest reserves under Biden's administration. We had the lowest gas
reserves only went up under Biden-Harris's administration, apart from when they sold them, when oil was at a high price, and then refilled them when oil was at a low price, generating $60 billion of revenue for our government. The reason oil prices were higher under the Biden-Harris administration was because we had a decreased level of global oil production due to Trump brokering a deal with OPEC to reduce their output by 10%, and the fact that because Russia invaded Ukraine, we've sanctioned Russian oil, so we're no longer
getting which that is true. Them. That part is true. The other parts, no. To try to blame it on Trump, and the other parts is try to blame it on Trump and say it's all because of Trump.
No. Trump did broker a deal with OPEC to decrease their output by 10%. If he didn't do so, right, well, the oil market would have fucking crashed. He really fucked up the oil market. He really fucked it up bad. So he went to OPEC. He was like, you guys need to give us oil for super cheap prices, or else we're going to go get oil from somewhere else. So then he went to like another country. I forget the name of the country. And then he was like, I need you to give me super duper cheap oil from here, or I'm going to go get it from somewhere else. So then he was able to get like really fucking cheap oil. Okay. But the price of that oil got too low that it was unsustainable. So then he had to go back to OPEC and tell them to bump up their oil, to decrease their oil price, to decrease supply, to bump up prices, or else the entire fucking market would have crashed. And I think he went between Saudi Arabia and Venezuela, if I'm not wrong.
All right,
yes, well, that is Trump's fault.
Okay, well, much respect, bro. Have a good rest of your day, man. And I enjoyed this. But yeah, like I said, bro, I hope you understand. Look, I'm not all for Trump. There's just certain things I voted for him for that I agree with. And then when he got into office, of course, not every leader's ever gonna stay with what they do. And certain things, man, just understand. Certain things I agree with, certain things I don't. So it's not all hate. I
appreciate you for coming up, man. We're gonna go to get that next guest up in here. That guy got me a little bit animated. My apologies for the animation while we get our next guest up in that box. Oh my gosh, wait, is this new? Yo, Luke! Oh my god! Oh, wait. Oh my god! Wow! We're gonna go to get our next guest up here, but Luke, Jesus Christ, you guys just saw like a very real reaction. Luke, I'm sorry for hurting your guys' ears. Luke with the $300 donation over on YouTube Super Chat. Holy fuck, dude. That is absurd. I'm so sorry for screaming in everybody's ears. That's crazy, man. Luke, dude, thank you so much for the love. That is unfucking believable. Luke says, Dean, me and Brittany support a young king. Keep educating these people. We support a patriot doing public service, talking to these people. Stay motivated. Bro, that is crazy. Everybody, shout out to Luke and Brittany in the live chats right now. Show love to Luke and Brittany, ladies and gentlemen. Luke and Brittany, guys, thank you so much for the love. That is unfucking believable. I mean that very seriously. I don't even know how to respond to that because I don't feel like I deserve that. I really appreciate you for your kindness. Thank you so much. That is just unfucking real. We're gonna go and get our next debate going. Just show some love to Luke and Brittany, you guys, as well as, oh my gosh, yo, Sabrina, thank you so much for the $50 donation over on PayPal. Huge shout out to Sabrina, you guys. Huge shout out to Sabrina. Sabrina says, thank you for knowing all that you do and showing support. It's a shame my Latin culture has had those against where we come from. This had been needed and to be said out loud and proud. Well, Sabrina, I appreciate you for your support today. That is just unbelievable as well. Thank you, Sabrina, Luke, and Brittany. You guys are phenomenal. What is up, Solomon? Did you vote for Trump?
Actually, I did not vote for either.
Okay, well, we are just looking for Trump voters, so I do appreciate you for your time. Moving on here. As well as Stella, thank you so much for the $5 over on PayPal. And Chloe, thank you for the $15 on PayPal, saying thank you for educating people. Thank you for the love, Chloe. You are phenomenal. Thank you so much. And then James, thank you so much for the $10 super chat over on PayPal, over on YouTube as well. We got the next guest, Bando, loading up into the box. Here we go. Everybody continue to show love to Luke and Brittany. That is insane. What is up, Bando?
Dean, I love your videos. They're so cool.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm a minor, but I love your videos.
I know. I'm going to kick you for that. I just want to ask you, how old are you?
15.
You're fucking
love
base.
your videos, bro.
You're fucking base, dude. W fetus. W fetus. W fetus. Such a W fetus. Oh my God. Just such a W fetus. You know, being left leaning as a 15-year-old boy in today's culture and political landscape is just profound. And I mean that. That is profound. That is really awesome. That is very awesome. Sid,
I hope you get raped again, you fucking bitch. I hope you get raped again.
And that is exactly why I say that. We're going to go now. I got to turn back on the camera for YouTube. Just give me a second here, you guys. Okay, we got our next guest loading up. Everybody do just give us a minute here, y'all. We got Run loading up, y'all. Everybody just be patient. What's up? Did you vote for Trump?
Oh my God, I was not expecting. I'm just saying that I really like you and you're
Thank you so much for the love. Okay, we got Sammy loading up into the box. Everybody just give us a minute real quick. Then yeah, Sid, seriously, thank you so much for, I'm sorry that we think you got interrupted there. But Sid, thank you so much for the $50 super chat over on YouTube. Saying, so deserved, you make every day brighter for so many. Thank you for the love, Sid. You're here every day. Just know that I love you. We all love you. Huge shout out to Sid. What's up? Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. How old are you?
21.
21. So why did you vote for Trump?
Because of his proposed economic reasons and his policies.
Like which one?
Like, taxing the middle class and more average American more, I like that policy,
Why?
So giving tax cuts to the ultra wealthy because they create more jobs and more jobs goes to us. So yeah,
you trolling, right?
More. I'm not trolling. I'm being fair.
Yeah, when we give tax cuts to rich people, they don't reinvest that money back into their business. Well, I mean, we have a study from Brookings to show that this is true after Donald Trump's tax cuts, and it's just historically been true since Reaganomics. I mean, think about it this way. Every Friday, you buy 20 beers, okay?
Uh-huh.
And you get to drink as many of those 20 beers as you want. And then you get to put the remainder that you didn't drink in the fridge, okay?
Uh-huh.
And you get to keep them for next Friday. You following so far?
Yeah.
Yeah. But then imagine every Friday when you buy 20 new beers, I come along and I'm like, I'm going to take 25% of the beers that you don't drink. Will that incentivize you to put more of that beer into your body?
Yeah.
Think of getting 20 beers every Friday, like a company generating revenue.
Mm-hmm.
Think of drinking the beers, like reinvesting back into the business.
Yeah.
Okay. When I come and I say, I'm going to take 25% of the beers you don't drink, I'm going to take 25% of the money that you don't invest back into your business, the corporate tax rate. You are more incentivized to drink more beers, or you're more incentivized to put more money back into your business, which creates more jobs. So if anything, finding a happy medium with a higher corporate tax rate will actually incentivize companies to create more jobs for more hardworking Americans.
Okay. I understand that, but like, what about like we still need like more conservatives. Like conservatives, man, like they keep like the American value, like the family values, and keeping like having a family, and you know, like the whole gender, the whole 50 gender thing, and you know, kind of like things like that, huh? Like I'm talking about like conservatives keep American values that we kept like back then, like during like the
conservatives
1990s,
keep American
1980s.
value. Wait, is it American value to call for the abolition of the Constitution?
Well, like you're talking about like more recent.
That was 2021.
Yeah, that's like more recent.
Oh, okay. So just like conservatives since Trump took over the Republican Party have stopped keeping American values.
Yeah, I understand that because I feel like more MAGA voters have become stupid. You know, they become like they just.
Okay, I think he's trolling. He's a rage baiter. We're gonna go to get our next guest, Sammy, up in here. Everybody, do just kind of give us a minute. Hey, if you're watching over on YouTube, bro, make sure you're liking that stream, dude. We only have 800 likes over there, and we've had like 2K concurrent for like ever. So like that live, man. Sadie, thank you for the $2 over on YouTube Super Chat, saying you're a gift to so many. Thank you so much for the love, Sadie. And next guest, Mary is loading up in here. Guys, spam maggots down below in that chat if you want to join y'all. Just looking for a next debate. Quite frankly, our next debate. That's right. And we don't have anybody that is ready and willing to come up here and debate. So sad, quite frankly. So very, very sad. Everybody is so terrified, quite frankly. Protest for democracy? They better be a Trump supporter. I don't know. Hello, did you vote for Trump?
Quite frankly.
Yo, Kiumi. I'm not even going to try to pronounce her name. I'll butcher it. Thank you for the $5 saying that kid is so immature. You deserve the best and not the worst. We love you, Dean. I appreciate you for that love. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you so much. Okay, we got Matthew loading up in. We got Matthew loading up in here, y'all.
I hope you get raped again. Like you're a little nigga you are.
Okay. I don't know like why you'd say that to somebody. Like I just don't get that, man. Like I wouldn't even say that to like my worst enemy. Like ever. Like even like Trump. I wouldn't even like wish grape upon Trump. You know what I mean? Like I don't get that one. No humanity, man. What's going on? Did you vote for Trump?
I did. What up, man?
Why'd you do that? How old are you?
29.
29. Okay. Well, why did you vote for Trump?
It was less about Trump and more so about the Democratic Party itself.
So you voted for Trump to vote against the Dems. Why?
Because I feel like they've moved very far left, and I don't think I fit into that. So I voted for Trump.
Okay, well, people on the far left would vehemently disagree with you. People on the far left would say that the Democrat Party has been moving more towards the right. But like, what specific quote unquote far left ideals did Kamala Harris run on that you think were too radical?
For one thing, the unrealized gains tax, I did not like the idea of.
Yeah, Kamala Harris didn't run on that.
I believe she did, actually. I believe that she did actually mention that.
I was under the same impression at one point, but no, straight up, she wasn't.
Okay.
Because I did research, because I had the same question. She didn't run on it. And it wasn't anywhere on her website. It wasn't anywhere in her proposed policy. It was an idea set forth by Biden that she never succumbed to and ran again on.
Okay,
Docky, thank you for the $10 over on YouTube Super Chat. I appreciate you so much.
Fair enough. If that's true, then fair enough. But the other thing is, I mean, obviously, I don't agree with the whole, a lot of the woke stuff.
Like what? Please be specific.
A lot of the trans stuff.
Okay. Wow. You know what? If your biggest issue in the election,
hold on, I did not say that was my biggest issue.
Allow me to speak here. If your biggest issue in the election was 10 people in the NCAA, I think that there's even larger issues inside of yourself. But we cannot talk about trans individuals too in depth on this live because TikTok restricts a lot of speech as it applies to debates about trans individuals. But what I will say is that Donald Trump and MAGA are more pro-trans than I am. And why would Dean say that? Because Donald Trump thinks that half of the people in America have a valid transgender identity. Why would I say that? Because in his executive order to legally classify the two genders as male and female, he defined gender, or male and female, as beginning at the moment of conception, predicated on the size of your sex characteristics. At the moment of conception, we only have female sex characteristics. It is not until 6 to 7 weeks after conception where he defines gender, where the SRY gene activates or inactivates, causing a male to be a male, meaning that we are now legally classified as all as females in the eyes of Trump. Did you know that? You and me, man, we're females.
Yeah, I actually did know that. That being said, I don't agree with that, but I'm going to move on to that with that because it's just an argument that neither of us are going to change anything on. So, the other thing though, and this is actually probably one of the biggest ones, and I did not say that was the biggest issue. I just said that was a thing.
Wait, do you think that
hang on, I let you finish, did I not?
Sorry, man, I was just gonna go dunk further. I was just gonna say, do you think that females should be able to go into?
Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, I just want to move on. Anyway, so one of the biggest things, actually, I think, is just simply the Democrats have kind of like a messaging issue, and what I mean by that is it always seems like they're very condescending, and I don't like that. And call that reactionary if you want, but that's just how it works.
Okay, so you having a subjective interpretation that the messaging of the left is condescending is seemingly like a non-issue when you compare that to Donald Trump, who's raped a woman, committed 35 felonies, tried to religiously persecute and shut down all new Muslims from coming into the country under his first admin, wants to pass tax policy that will only benefit people making over $395,000 per year, while also explicitly calling for the occupation and ownership of the Gaza Strip by the hands of the American government to ethnically cleanse 1.4 million Palestinians, while also violating 70 million American human rights by overturning Roe v. Wade, stripping the right to get an elective lethal abortion away from 1 out of every 3 women in America. And of course, I'd find that to be a human rights violation because I think unless you have good reason, it is a human rights violation if you infringe or terminate upon somebody's bodily autonomy. In fact, I do not think there's any good reason for banning abortion prior to 20 weeks. So compared to all of those things I just listed, I don't think a messaging issue is really going to account to a comparable issue.
I would agree with that, actually, but here's the thing. It actually caused me to still vote for Trump. So I would say that it actually is a huge issue.
Okay, so your subjective interpretation that Dems are a little condescending is more important than human rights.
When it comes to voting, most people are going to vote based on reactionary.
So could you just answer my question? What's more important, human rights or your interpretation that some Dems are a little too condescending? Also, I think that Donald Trump is like exponentially more condescending than the Democrat that we had running for office of Kamala Harris. I mean, shit, that guy has like a little snarky nickname for every political opponent he's ever had. And he like low-key said that he thinks it'd be okay to jail E. Jean Carroll for holding him civilly liable for raping her.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
And then if you value human rights over like condescending messaging, well, okay, well, let's just accept that Dems have condescending messaging, right? Kamala Harris would have reinstituted federal protections for every single woman and girl's right to choose, meaning, right, that she would have terminated the 70 million human rights violations onset by Trump's admin last time.
Again, I don't really know that much about any of that, but again,
now you
well, hang on. You keep talking. Let me talk at least a little bit. So again, it's not that, like, I agree with you on the most part of like, and definitely human rights are far more of an issue, or human rights are far more important than condescending messaging, blah, 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 whatever. But what I'm saying is that when it comes to people voting and whatnot, they're going to be reactionary.
Okay, so you're just saying that you made an irrational vote? Because basically all that you're describing to me is like, yes, human rights are more important than like perceived condescending messaging, but you still voted predicated on the least important attribute of perceived condescending messaging. So you're just telling me that you voted out of irrationality?
No, I voted for other reasons, but but I told you I wanted to
Does
talk
anybody
more.
understand this argument?
Hold on. I let you finish. Let me finish. But I told you I wanted to talk primarily about the Democratic Party itself and how has messaging, how it's going farther left and messaging issues.
Oh, so you actually
and so the Democratic Party itself,
So I'm okay with discussing that if you could accept that the Democrat Party is still better than MAGA.
You would have to. That would be an entire different conversation. I'm not going to say yes or no. I'm just.
Okay, well then leave, because that's the conversation that we're having on this live.
You want me to leave? I'll leave.
If you want to make that concession, right, due to the argument that I provided to you, I'd be more than willing to engage in a conversation with you, right, about the messaging of the Democratic platform, but he literally just ran away. Okay, all right, well, we're going to move on to the next guest. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Asia, thank you so much for the... Thank you so much for the dinosaur. And wow, we have a couple people to thank for donos here. First of all, Kindle, spelled Kyndal. Thank you so much for the $10 over PayPal. Emmett with the $5 saying, hey, Dean, I'm really sorry about all these disgusting comments. It is what it is, man. I'm okay. Thank you for the love, Emmett. And then Jenna, thank you so much for the $50 donation over on PayPal.
It's not attitude.
What?
Yeah, you can go and we'll pray in the car.
Yo, Kay, hi. Did you vote for Trump? No, she's not here, so we're gonna go and continue to thank. Let's see here, Jenna with the $50 over on PayPal. Thank you so much for the love, Jenna. Saying love you, Dean. I love you too, Jenna. I want to see at least 500 big W's for Jenna in that live chat, as well as Juliet with the $25 over on PayPal, saying you do not deserve, the grape comments. Those types of comments show why Donald Trump is so harmful to our society. It's like. I'd of course only say this as it applies to me. I would never say this as it applies to anybody else, but because I'm the executor, like my own autonomy and my own thoughts, my own feelings, I get to say this as it applies to me personally. It is what it is. I'm all good. I expect very crude, irrational remarks such as those just by putting myself in the limelight in front of so many of thousands of people, and I have a pretty hard head, so I'm all good. So all is good. All is good. And we're going to move on to our next guest, everybody. But like, obviously, I don't want that message to be applied to others.
I hope you get raped again. I hope you get raped again. I hope you get raped. I hope you get raped again. Bitch. Hope you get raped. Hope you get raped. I hate you. Get raped.
Rylan, just real quick. You're muted. There's no...
Get raped. That's...
Rylan, I'm going to spam mute you, so no one will be able to hear you. I'd recommend just listening. I understand that, like, you're young. You're a young guy. But...
Got raped.
Okay. Rylan, I understand that you're a young guy. But like, like this type of like behavior is like incredibly impermissible. This type of behavior is absolutely...
Then that's why you got raped. Nigger.
That guy was like... The guy was like, how old was he?
Dean, I love you, Dean.
Yo, we got L fetus to W fetus. How old was he? Maybe 10? Like that completely draws into questions. Like who's that last kid's parents? You know? Like seriously, who parented that kid? Because hate is learned. Okay? You're taught to hate. And I mean, you could be taught by like other kids at school, but I find it incredibly unlikely that like 10-year-old boys like glamorize like rape in school. Maybe it's possible, but I mean, I don't doubt it. Maybe that is something, but I'd say that probably comes from the parents. They do. Yeah, it is possible that they do, but I think that comes from the parents predominantly. 10-year-old boys actually do that very often in public schools nowadays. Man, I just had a significantly different upbringing. Like, dude, I was at like a private Catholic school. Like fucking hell, dude, when I was a 10-year-old, I was just like a straight NPC. Like literally, I don't remember anything about my life when I was younger because it was just like a straight NPC. Do schoolwork, go home. Like fucking, but it's just like that is so crazy. We're gonna move on to our next guest. Everybody, just give us a minute, you guys. Spam MAGA down below in that chat if you do want to join up, y'all. I apologize. That was just crazy, man. We got G loading up in y'all. Yo, Penguin, I appreciate you for the 10 Canadian dollars over on YouTube Super Chat as well, Shabab. Thank you guys so much.
Yo, Penguin, I appreciate you for the 10 Canadian dollars over on YouTube.
Okay, they got an echo. Guys, spam MAGA down below in that chat if you want to join. Spam MAGA down below in that chat if you want to join. We have like no Trump supporters that are willing to join up right now. Spam MAGA in that chat if you want to join up if you voted for Trump, y'all. Everybody do just give us a minute. W's for Juliet for the 25, as well as Julia with the 15. Thank you so much for the love, Julia. That's very, very, very kind of you. Huge shout out to Julia. And then Jess, oh my God. I didn't even see this. Sabrina. I hope you're still watching because this was from a minute ago. Sabrina, thank you so much for the $200 donation over on PayPal. Oh my gosh, Sabrina. This was from from a minute ago. I really hope that you're still watching. I'm so sorry. I don't know how I missed that. I must have been looking at my computer screen, so I just didn't see the notification or something. But oh my gosh, everybody, please, please, please show some love to Sabrina in the live chats. That is just insanity. Thank you so much, Sabrina. I see your message there. I'm just going to prefer to not read it out loud, but I just want you to know that I did read that. And thank you so much for the love. That is so incredibly kind and so incredibly, just so incredibly generous of you. I just do not fucking deserve that. Thank you so much for the love. Everybody, just please, W's in the chat for Sabrina for at least the next 10 minutes while we're continuing on our debates here. And thank you so very much for the love, and I mean that. I'd also like to thank Jesse for the $10 and then Sydney with a 5, guys. Thank you so much. But please, please, please show some love to Sabrina. Okay, Evan, why did you vote for Trump?
No. I love you, Dean! I love you!
We're spamming MAGA in the chat. Moving on to the next guest. Everybody just give us a minute. We got our next guest, Brittany, loading up in, guys. Make sure if you are in that queue that you did vote for Trump. And yeah, man, if you want to support the stream, the link to the PayPal's and the link to in my bio over here on TikTok. If you want to support but you don't have PayPal, head to the YouTube also in the bio and live stream it over there. And they have their super chats, which you could kind of donate through anything over there. So, all right, we're gonna go to get that next guest up in here right now, guys. Everybody spam MAGA in the chat. Right now, it's kind of looking like we fucking won. We have a total of 10.5 concurrent viewers right now. Not one Trump supporter that wants to come up here and debate. Pretty crazy. Delissa, thank you for the money gun. What is up, Julian? Did you vote for Trump?
Hello.
Hey, man.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing all right. Did you vote?
No, I know I didn't. I know you were supposed to have Trump supporters, but I've been following you for a long time.
Julian, I love you, man. Thank you so much for popping up and saying what's good. Appreciate you for your kindness. Shout out to Julian. One of these days, I just kind of want to do a live where I just talk to supporters. Yo, my God, Talissa with a meteor shower, dude. Thank you so much for the love. Everybody, please show some love to Talissa. That's awesome. Okay, we're going to get that next guest up in here. We got Jefferson connecting. Here we go. And Angelina, thank you so much for the $25 over on PayPal. Let's get at least 250 W's for Angelina in that chat. Oh my gosh. Angelina says, here's some money. Since you had to babysit some mean little brats on live, you didn't deserve that. Well, I appreciate you for your kindness, and that is very, very kind of you. Okay, what is going on, Jefferson? Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, I did.
And why is that?
Because I'm not a goofball.
You're not a goofball. So be more specific. Give me something of substance, preferably.
Well, the individual that y'all put up was a complete and total goofball.
Joanna, thank you so much for the $5 over on PayPal. And yes, I did receive that. So why was Kamala Harris a goofball?
I mean, dude, just listen to anything she says, bro.
When I listen to what she said, she sounded pretty intelligent to me. Her housing affordability policy that she described in the debate against Trump, that was pretty dead on. Same thing with her economic policy, her domestic policy as a whole, her humanitarian policy plus her foreign policy on top of her character. It's pretty good, man. So I need you to be very specific. And in fact, I'd preferably, ask you to turn your brain on and use big boy words.
That
things with
edited
intelligence.
That edited 60 Minutes interview. Complete goofball, dude. You see that?
Donald Trump didn't even show up to 60 Minutes. Complete goofball.
Yeah, he did more interviews, more stuff than her.
Okay, so if you predicate,
he's got the cojones to go out there and speak.
If you predicate who the better candidate is, predicated on how many interviews they went to. So if Kamala Harris did more interviews than him, would you have voted for her?
If she wasn't spitting nonsense.
So give me like a nonsensical thing that Kamala Harris was spitting.
Word salad, little Caesar salad.
So give me an example. Like, these are all like caveman talking points. Like, I'm being serious. Like, these are seriously like caveman talking points.
I think cavemen are more coherent than a little word salad.
Dude, how many continents are there?
You what?
How many continents are there?
About 13.
Jefferson, there's 7 continents.
Good point.
Talissa, thank you so much for the gym gun. I really appreciate you so much for that. Thank you, Talissa. There's 7 fucking continents, Jefferson.
Your point? I'm not a fucking paleontologist.
A dude, it takes a 3rd grade education to know that there's 7 continents. Hey, next question. How many sides are there on a triangle?
It's fucking 3, bro. What are you doing?
I have a question. What is a right angle triangle? What is a right triangle? Right angle triangle. What is a right angle in a triangle? There we go.
One of them bitches got 90 degrees.
Okay, shit. Okay, so I thought that you were like kidding, but no, you're not kidding, and you just seriously didn't know how many continents there were. Name one ocean.
Southern.
How the fuck? That is like that's an ocean, but like that's like the least known one too. Why did you think there's 13 continents, but yet like you actually know like the southern ocean?
I thought you said colonies.
Oh, you didn't even hear me say ocean?
No, you said colonies. I thought you said colonies.
Colonies?
That's why I said 13.
Okay, I just don't even know what the fuck is going on. Give me a minute. Oh my god! Yo! Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Oh my god! Yo, Luke and Brittany with another 300, dude! Another! I gotta turn this camera back on for YouTube because they're watching over on YouTube right now. Luke and Brittany with another $300 donation on YouTube. Bro, what the fuck? Oh my God. That is like a total of $600 from Luke and Brittany. You guys are crazy. Holy fucking shit. I really appreciate you so much for all of the love. You are, oh my God. We're doing the cooking stream tonight. I am eating good. Wow. Holy shit. Talissa, thank you for the meteor shower. I want to see, first of all, some love for Talissa. Talissa, you've been going crazy. Thank you so much. But I want to see some crazy love for Luke and Brittany in those live chats until the goddamn live ends. Because that is unreal. Another $300, dude, I don't even know what to say. I'm like legitimately fucking speechless. You guys are so incredibly kind. I'm like undeserving. That is crazy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, you guys. I mean that very seriously. And I would just love for everybody watching to please show some love to Luke and Brittany. That is very kind of you guys. You guys deserve only the best in life. And thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. W's for Luke and Brittany. Getting back to the debates. Jefferson, can you please name one Kamala Harris policy that you disagreed with? Okay. Okay. Can you name one Trump policy that you do agree with?
You what?
Name one Trump policy that you agree with.
Not a policy, but common sense. Bringing common sense back.
Okay, so, but a policy specifically. Can you name a policy?
You're asking me questions. Let me ask you, how many genders are there?
How many genders are there in America? There's typically going to be 2 gendered categories of man and woman, then like a non-gendered third category of like being non-binary. However, is it as it is an expression of a social construct, it's not going to be held into a binary. That's just going to be the typical description that we observe.
So there's 2.
So that's actually not what I just said, because as I said, I do not hold, like the social construct to a binary. We'd typically observe 2 like gendered categories. However, right, as it is not a binary category predicated on like the presence of sex characteristics, I wouldn't say that there is 2. But I mean that question in of itself just asked me to further express the fact that I do not observe gender relate as any relation to like your sex. It's a social it's a social categorization of one's identity. Can you spell categorization?
Was this a spelling bee?
Yeah. Could you do it for me?
Spell what?
Categorization.
CATEGORIZATION.
Holy shit, dude! You nailed it.
Yeah, dude, I won a couple spelling bees back in my day.
Well, how did you do that? Oh my god, that was like that was like, man, that was insanely fucking cool. That was like, good boy. That was like seeing like a dog do a really cool fucking trick. You know what I mean?
You on? Fucking weirdo.
What? You just called me a weirdo? I'm sorry. I was just being for real. You know, like I hate to do it, but like, dude, like your levels of sentience expression are low, brother. They're fucking low, dude. And that was pretty cool. He misspelled? No, he didn't. I fact checked him. I was like going along with him, typing it in because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the best speller ever. We're gonna move on to our next guest, everybody. Dude, just give us a minute here, y'all. Just be patient. Spam MAGA down below in that chat. We're gonna go and get another guest up here. All right, let's see what
That's why you got raped. That's why you got raped. That's why you got raped. That's why you got raped.
Wait, it's the same guy. It's this Rylan guy. Look, guys, look at it. Look at his username. It's the same fucking Rylan guy.
Got raped.
Would somebody like take down his
Raped. That's
username
why you
for
got
me?
raped. That's why you got.
Yeah,
got raped.
somebody take down his usernames for me. Justin, thank you so much for the $50 over on PayPal. Thank you so much for the love, Justin. Thank you so much for the love, everybody. Please show some love to Justin in the chat. At least 500 big W's for Justin, and still continue W's for Luke, as well as Brittany. Guys, thank you so much. And by the way, guys, I don't want you to take down his usernames to dox him. He's a kid. But I do want you guys to take down his usernames to send to me, because I'm gonna come on, like, you know, I'm have a pretty big fucking TikTok account. I have some connections with people at TikTok. I'm gonna reach out. But Justin, W's for Justin with $50. Thank you so much. Once again, that is crazy, brother. Says, voted for Trump, but I just wanted to show some appreciation to your approach to the conversation. Stay respectful and keep it classy, as it will always have a bigger impact. Keep up the good work. Justin, I bet if you came up here, you would be like one of the very few individuals that voted for Trump with reason and sense that I could probably have a good conversation with. And it'd be more like a classical debate of politics, talking about tax policy, where, when, and why. So I really not only appreciate you for the donation, but I can respect you for placing that olive branch across the to the other side of the aisle, and I appreciate you for that, man. I'd love to have a conversation with you. I bet it would be a good one. Thank you so much for the love. All right, we're gonna get that next guest up in here. In fact, we already got them loaded in. Bailey, did you vote for Trump?
Yo, brother, no, this is an accident. I was trying to take down that kid's thing for you.
Oh, no worries, man. No worries. I appreciate you so much for the love, man. We're gonna get on to the next guest. Or sorry, for the work of taking down his name, not the love. That was just like an auto-loaded response. Jesus Christ. Here we go. Next guest is loading up in here. Everybody do just give us a minute. Kyra, thank you so much for the $35 over on PayPal. Thank you for the love, Kyra. That is Kyra. Everybody show some love to Kyla down below in that chat. That is so incredibly kind of you. Kyra says, from another survivor, thank you so much for sticking up for us. You help me more than you know. I'm sorry you get to deal with these comments you get. I appreciate you for your kindness, but I promise, like, I'm okay. I condition myself before going live. Like, anything anybody says to me on here, like, it can't impact me. It has to be that way. Sophia, what's up? Did you vote for Trump?
I did.
How old are you?
I'm 18.
What year were you born in?
2005.
Okay. I'm not sure you can be 18. Born in 05, and you left before I was even back, so goodbye. Sorry, guys. Whenever I keep having to get up, it's because I have to go over to my computer. Sorry, over to my camera and turn it back on. It's like erroring out a lot. So, what's up, Ashton? Did you vote for Trump? Ashton, hop off the box and answer the question, bro.
Oh, hi there. Hey, sorry. Give me 1 second. Let me get out of this Call of Duty game. I was just waiting. Hi there. I'm happy to talk to you. I did vote for Trump, and also I am a 2006 baby. I was born in early 2006, so you can be 18.
Damn,
I send you my.
If you didn't tell me your age, I would have assumed like you're like fucking grown ass man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the oldest brother, and I handle a lot of responsibilities. I did vote for Trump. I feel bad for it. What scared me was, that you had these 300,000, children that it came out of his mouth himself, that these people were missing because of this administration. And when you see these people, Nazi salute on those things, you wonder what their true motives are with these people. And I did like a lot of Kamala's policies. She had a great policy with banning the corporate price gouging. I heard about that, with not making it illegal for companies to artificially raise prices for profit on things like food items and stuff like that, which I did support. And I guess it was more of a panic vote. You see this stuff, and it's really tough with the media nowadays to understand truly what's going on in the world. And like, I feel like the message you're sending with these people isn't okay. And it's honestly a disgrace to our society and our country as a whole. And the fact that he is a rapist as well is disgusting.
It was a panic vote.
Yes, it was. Cause I mean, you hear that there's, all these missing children in this country. Yeah. And,
do you know how we can avoid panic?
How do we do that, sir?
Preparation. And do you know how we prepare for a vote in an election?
And how do we do that?
By educating ourselves.
Thank you.
So I appreciate you for being here. So
Thank you so
first and
much.
foremost, about like the 300,000 missing kids, that claim is not true. So it wasn't 300,000. It was 30.
Okay.
When we say missing kids, so these were minors that were asylum seekers that had scheduled court dates, sometimes weeks or months out, that just didn't show up to their court dates. Okay. And I agree that's an issue, but I think the issue there is probably like how long that process takes, right, to show up as an asylum seeker, get a court date, and get processed. And it's really funny because Biden and Harris tried to get a policy passed through Congress to literally fix that. It was designed.
I know Trump weaponized it too. It was a bipartisan deal, right?
Yeah, and that was to
Yeah.
fund courts on the border, both for legal claims of asylum and legal claims of immigration apart from asylum. That would have expedited the time it takes to get a court date, which would have reduced the amount of kids that didn't show up to them. And also, the CBB1 app?
No, I do not.
It's this app that the Biden and Harris administration deployed for asylum seekers to have information about their court date, where and when, so they could be better informed to show up. Because without the app, a lot of people just don't have a way of knowing when their court date is. And the right demonized it, said it was an app to fly in undocumented illegal aliens.
Yeah, the whole,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that was just literally an app to help people keep track of their court date. So if anything, Donald Trump is ensuring more quote unquote missing children.
Joe Biden's personally smuggling in immigrants and,
Yeah, and whatnot.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so if anything, in accordance with your argument here, Trump is ensuring more missing children because
Of course, yes.
he doesn't want asylum seekers to have access to this app to better inform themselves on their court date,
Mm-hmm.
and B, he wants them to wait longer until they have their court date because he torpedoed that bipartisan border bill.
Yes, and then you watch these people literally Nazi salute. Like it's so sick. Like they're gonna weaponize and allow this to facilitate and continue, but
Are you
they're
talking
also
about
gonna.
Elon?
Yeah, I'm talking about Elon, and then all the people in his around him. That
Like Steve Bannon?
Yeah, Steve Bannon. That's his name. And then these
Dude,
people do
that
this
was
thing,
the
and it's like-
craziest shit I've ever seen.
It's
He was
insane.
standing on stage saying that Trump should be able to run for a third term.
That's
and then
bullshit.
just
That's our
fucking
Constitution,
threw the
man.
Nazi salute. He was like, "Let's make it so Trump can run again." Hit the tell Hitler. That was so fucking dystopian. And you know that Steve Bannon was Trump's ex-chief of staff.
I know, it's so horrific. And when you try to appoint Matt Gaetz, it was disgusting. The only man in the Senate that didn't vote against better human trafficking laws, and you're going to have him appointed, I forget what, to, in your cabinet, though, is absolutely disgraceful. And that was just horrible.
Yeah, see, like you and any other reasonable person should be like scared shitless of these horrible things because they are now emboldened and placed in power. I love what you're saying, man. Is there anything else that you want to say? Have anything to ask?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I don't see a debate.
I feel like he
as far as I'm
panicked. He made up a bunch of crap to, get people to vote for him. And it's a shame that not only he's a rapist, I believe he's the P word, but yeah. And everything that's going on in Gaza, he wants to ethnically cleanse the area. I mean, I was full, sending in some U.S. troops, maybe have it settled out, but to ethnically cleanse the whole area and rebuild it as a white land, as they fucking say, I don't agree with that either. And then, the European Union being withdrawn is also a bad decision, in my opinion. And, he could fuck around and, take us out of NATO, and that's disgusting too. That's our way of, providing peace to the world and making sure that conflicts don't get out of hand. But, and what happened in Ukraine and Russia, he's thrown the Ukraine under the bus for points with Putin. And it's not okay. I mean, we spent 4 years, or not 4 years. It's 3 years now, right? The Ukraine invasion.
You understand that I could bring up like any other Trump supporter in my box and they'll just like look at you as a liberal?
Sorry, I didn't understand that.
Like with everything that you're saying, like if I bring up any other Trump supporter, like according to them, like you're not MAGA.
Oh no! I'm an independent. I lean left. I lean right sometimes.
According to them, you're a radical leftist. Like seriously, everything that you just said, right? That's what I believe in. Like maybe apart from any I don't agree with any occupation of Gaza, and I think that's something that you said. You said you agree with some. I disagree with any and all.
No, I agree with them sending in troops
there,
to help peacekeep. Like that's what UN, NATO peacekeeping troops in the area. And I feel like that could have helped out a lot.
Troops. Yeah, actually, yeah, I'd agree with that. If like we're sending humanitarian aid to Gaza and deploying some peacekeeping troops to stop Israel from killing the Palestinians.
And Hamas from exploiting those resources for profit in the middle of a war zone as well.
So like you're pro-Palestinian people, anti-Hamas, pro-peacekeeping. It's pretty. Are you sure you're not trolling me?
No, I'm not trolling you, man. I was genuinely panic voted. Like, I mean,
dude,
I'm not kidding.
What the fuck? Wow.
I look at how radical like some people have gone. And I'm just like, there's no way I can support this movement, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you for coming up. Your talking points are pretty based. I'm surprised you voted for Trump, but I have no doubt in my mind that you will vote better moving forward.
All right, thank you. Have a wonderful day, man.
Yeah, you as well. Wow, first like educated guest making pretty base points. We're going to move on to our next guest here. Everybody just do give us a minute. My camera went out again over on YouTube, so I got to fix that. The walk of shame. The walk of shame. Hello! Did you vote for Trump? Hello! Chat, is there a guest on the live? I don't think so. You guys get to see my toes. You guys get to see my toes. I'm so sorry, chat. Gotta. A necessary evil. Okay. Elizabeth, thank you so much for the $20 over on YouTube Super Chat saying, thanks for being you. I appreciate you for the love and kindness. Everybody show some love to Elizabeth. Very kind, quite frankly. You saw the cat and the grippers. Oh, goddamn. Goddamn. Holy shit. Yo, Nancy, thank you for the $10 over on PayPal saying from Eric to tell Bella that he is super proud of her. Best daughter ever. Hey, Bella. Your father, Eric, is incredibly proud of you. And Mariah with the $50 over on PayPal. Thank you so much for the love, Mariah. Everybody, I want at least 500 big W Mariahs in both of those live chats saying from one survivor to another. Never let them make you a victim. You're stronger than they could ever fathom. Thank you for the love, Mariah. That's incredibly kind of you. Everybody, please show some love to Mariah in both of the live chats once again. What is going on, Emmanuel? Did you vote for Trump? And Emmanuel's not here, guys. Spam AGA down below in that chat if you want to come up. We're about at 3 hours and 30 minutes, and it is 4:30 my time. And I want to do a cooking live. And at this point, we're definitely going to do it. Should we do another Tinderline? Or should we do a sirloin? A Tinderline or a sirloin, you guys? What's up, Swarley? You vote for Trump?
No, I live in Sweden. I just wanted to say I
Base W Sweden. I want to go to Sweden so bad. I really want to go to Sweden. I'm not going to lie. Tinderline or sirloin? Which one, guys? Which one? We should do the Tinderline. Okay. The Tinderline? Sirloin? No? Or the ribboy? Sorry, I'll stop rage baiting, bro. I'll Okay. Ribeye? Okay. Well, isn't like a good ribeye a little bit more expensive than even like a good tenderloin? I'll have to see the prices. Yeah. Okay, we'll probably go with like a tenderloin once again. And we're gonna prep that shit. In fact, here pretty soon, we are all just gonna go over to my second account. I'm gonna hang out with you guys, and we're gonna talk. We're gonna make a meal. See, because my girlfriend went to work 34 minutes ago. Have the house to myself, so I gotta make a mess. Let's fucking go. I gotta make a goddamn mess. Make dessert too, bro. I could do that. So I have something for her when she comes home, because like the time when I have the availability to cook and stream and whatnot is when she's at work. And then I always feel bad because then she comes back from work and it's like I didn't cook her shit, right? So I think if I do some dessert too, I'll have something for her when she gets back. Jack, what's up? You vote for Trump?
Yeah.
How old are you?
19.
19. What year were you born in?
2002.
Math is not your strong suit, I presume?
Yeah, it is. Trust me.
Should I trust that 19 plus 2 is...
No, I'm from England.
25?
I'm from England. But Trump's better.
Okay. Moving on to our next guest, Charisma, over here. Okay, we're gonna get that next guest up here. Dude, some of y'all are funny as fuck. You guys over on YouTube are really funny. Oh, no, it didn't copy the emoji. Sorry, I'm fucking around. Okay, last debate. Not gonna lie. Bella, thank you for the $5 saying Eric and Nancy's daughter here. Well, proud of you too, Dad. By the way, love you, Dean. Hey, Bella, I appreciate you. Oh, that's pretty cool. Like that there's like families that watch these streams. That's so cool. All right, last guess here. We're gonna get user up here. Let's go to get that next guest.
I got raped. That's why 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 I got raped.
One of his fucking accounts.
That's why I got raped.
It's another one of the
That's why I got raped. That's why I got raped.
Oh shit, his name is Ryland Bowman. Okay, bro. Yeah. Rylan, calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Rylan, I need you to stop while you're ahead to save yourself from very serious embarrassment and disgust when you grow up. And I want you to heed those words and take them seriously. Our next guest is coming up. Everybody just give us a minute. Hey, what's going on, Austin? Did you vote for Trump?
I sure did, and I'd do it again.
Are you trolling, or is this like real?
Shouldn't ate our cats and dogs.
If you're a troll, you're a really good one. Because your picture looks like you'd sound like that. Are you? I can't tell. The fact that I can't tell if this is satirical or not is... Yeah, I think it's satirical. All right, moving on to the next guest. Here we go. Bro, I can't wait to go to the gym later. I had such a good chest, try, and shoulder day yesterday. And I'm starting to get my muscle back again. I'm starting to get my muscle back, and I'm fucking proud of it, man.
Dean, what's up, man?
What's going on, Steven? You vote for Trump.
I did.
Why's that?
I basically agree with the last guy.
That they were eating our cats and dogs?
No, sorry. No, the serious guy.
The what guy? Okay, the last guest said that they're eating the cats and dogs. The guest before that said, that's why I got raped. The guest before that said...
No, the one that was
they were
like...
basically a liberal. So which guest are you referring to?
The one, yeah, the liberal guy.
Oh, so you're libbed out?
You could say that. I mean, I'm a Christian, so that's where I can't go full lib.
Bro, wait, no, you could be like a crazy lib as a Christian. Can I explain to you how?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah, yo, like when you think of the statement, like most rich people are like pretty fucking evil, and they're definitely like it'd be really hard for a rich person to get into heaven. They're most likely all going to hell. Like, is that like a pretty like radical leftist thing to say?
No, that's pretty. Honestly, I agree with that.
So does Jesus. Okay, but you ask anybody on the right, right, when they're like, who says eat the rich? Who says rich people are evil? Right, those are the fucking like lived out communists, like leftists and shit. If Jesus was alive today, I'm led to believe that he'd be a leftist socialist.
Yeah, I agree. I voted for Trump more based on social issues. Also, I wanted to talk about, just because I was watching Parker's live yesterday and they were talking about transgender issues, which I really am not transphobic in any way. I think as far as the military goes, if it's about a mental health thing, then they should just run mental health checks on everybody and not make it about trans issues. Like that person in the live last night that's being removed from the military, that's heartbreaking. Like, they didn't seem like an insane person. They didn't seem like somebody that would be a mental health risk. You know, they just identify in a group that's being marginalized. However, I do believe that biological men should not be in female sports. And that is actually, according to CNN, that is what the majority of America believes. As of 2024.
I would say that that's probably an accurate description of reality, that a majority of Americans don't think that trans women should be able to compete in women's sports. I'd hedge a bet that as time continues to progress, that's going to be one of the next like mainstream progressive evolutions, is like towards broader acceptance of trans individuals and trans identity in general, alongside bathrooms and sports and whatnot. The reason I say that is because there's no real reason to say that trans women shouldn't be able to compete in women's sports. I wish that I could get into it more. You're going to get a flag for harassment and bullying or you're going to get removed from the live for harassment and bullying, and I'm going to get a flag for harassment and bullying. TikTok just completely stops conversation about that.
That's unfortunate. I did want to say with that statistic, it's actually the percentage that don't agree with it has gone up significantly from 2020. So it's trending in the opposite direction. I think as time goes on, I've watched a 4-hour documentary. I try to be as fair and unbiased as I can be, but I watched a 4-hour documentary from a transgender woman on why they should be able to compete. And I understand like there are biological women with higher testosterone levels, but I mean, you really can't deny the basic reality that men have advantages over women in many, if not all, sports.
Then are you saying that trans people that don't have those advantages should be able to play?
That's a great question. I've actually never considered that.
The camera goes off again. You guys are going to have to end the YouTube live pretty soon just because the camera keeps cutting. I'll go turn it back on for y'all, though.
Yeah, so that's a great question. I would actually consider that argument if they're within the parameters of an average woman, but then it's not really, it gets muddy and grayed because...
Well, see, that's actually my position, Parker's position, is that the only reason we think trans women should be able to compete in women's sports is because after 2-3 years of HRT, there's no unfair biological advantages that trans women are predisposed to on average compared to cis women. And I mean, like, we see that trend pretty consistently. I mean, like the right's most infamous case of like a trans woman outcompeting cis women in women's sports is Leah Thomas. But even if you look at Leah Thomas's career in men's leagues compared to women's leagues, what you'll see is when she was in men's leagues, she was setting and breaking records. She was one of the best, okay? She does 2 to 3 years of HRT, starts competing within women's leagues, never breaks a record again, okay? She's still placing high, but not as high as she did in the men's leagues. And I think what that demonstrates is that HRT is effective. And we have studies to back this as well. And it's just all about accepting the principle that you would be okay with trans women competing in women's sports, given there's not an unfair biological advantage that exists, and then demonstrating empirically that no unfair biological advantage exists. And I feel like that's probably an allocation of your intellectual resources that you could do to prove to yourself insofar as like why we'd say we don't find any issue with it.
So do you think it's inherently transphobic to hold my beliefs, like, or do you think that I'm at least reasonable since I don't want to kick trans people out of the military, or is it like...
So I would say that it is reasonable that you do not want to kick trans individuals out of the military. That is a reasonable take. However, as it would apply to like trans women in women's sports, I would say that is unreasonable due to the lack of evidence to suggest good reason for distinction of categories in competition. And that's just all predicated on the existence or lack of existence of empirics to justify said point. So a phobia in general is just going to be defined as discrimination on the basis of a given trait. Discrimination is just unjust treatment. So transphobia is the unjust treatment of trans individuals. So I would say it is transphobic to announce that trans women shouldn't be able to compete in women's sports, as I believe that it's unjust to segregate trans women from the category of women's sports due to the lack of empirics to demonstrate after 2 to 3 years of HRT they have an unfair biological advantage, and the abundance of empirics to demonstrate that they do not have an unfair biological advantage. However, right, I think if you were just not aware of this fact, although it be transphobic, if you are willing to put the time and the research into discovering these empirical truths, like, I won't necessarily like hold it against you too far because you're doing a lot more than a significant portion of others, and I could really appreciate that. And you seem to be approaching this from a like objective standpoint, and that is a good thing that a lot of people do not do.
No, I appreciate that. So I have what I want to say, and then you just keep talking, and I lose my train of thought.
I mean, Dean is a yapper, you know. He's known for being a yapper, you know.
Yeah, I'm a fucking yapper. I am not concise. I talk a lot.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, I honestly I watch you guys a lot, and I'm a big fan. Like, especially as somebody in the middle, I agree with a lot of what you guys say, and then I hold someone Charlie.
Oh no.
Dude. Guys, the stream over on YouTube keeps on going out. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera back on there one last time, and I'm gonna end the YouTube stream. And it's funny because my camera went out the same time when the guest stopped talking, so I bet everybody thought the stream crashed, but that wasn't the case.
Well, what's good, everyone? How y'all doing? Hopefully everyone's having a good day so far. Just letting everyone know, my Venmo got suspended. Love that. You can still see my account. You just can't send anything through to my Venmo.
Dude.
So just letting everyone know.
Bro, both you and me, man. Venmo's on our asses.
We got cooked, bro.
That was a beautiful moment last night, Parker. Just seeing that person get all those donations, heartwarming, man.
Absolutely.
So
Here, I'm going to go ahead and just end my YouTube stream real quick. If you just give me a moment.
I'm about to actually start mine. So
yeah, perfect. So hey, for everybody watching at home over on YouTube, either head over to the TikTok stream or head over to Parker's if you're watching live, of course. I'm ending because my Elgato capture card keeps like reporting a non-signal. I think it has to do with an issue of overheating. And I just don't feel like continually getting up and turning that off and on again. So Thomas, thank you so much for the last donation of the live stream with $25 of YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much for the love, Thomas. But yeah, I love you guys. If you're watching over at YouTube, you can continue to watch the stream. Just head over to TikTok. Y'all already know it. Watch on Parker's YouTube as well. At Parker Get a Job. And then just one last really special big thank you to Luke and Brittany for $600 in YouTube Super Chats today. You guys are fucking amazing.
That's
I love you guys so much. I know. Wait, in fact, I think it was even more than that. I think it was more. I think it was $700 because they sent one 100, then two 300. Yeah, that's $700. That is fucking crazy.
That's actually wild.
Yeah,
that's
man.
wild.
I love you guys so much. YouTube, love you all.
What's up, everyone on YouTube right now? How y'all doing?
Give me just 1 second, Parker. And good night. And you're good.
Who?
Oh, he put himself on mute. Phenomenal. Okay. Anyways, it's just me and you now, Steven, because Parker's starting up his YouTube stream.
Okay, cool.
Holy cow. So, yeah, is there anything else that you want to go over here before I honestly end my life?
Well, I mean, there's a large variety of things that I'd agree or disagree with on Trump's side. If you want to get off of here, I'd be glad to come up another day. Take care of yourself, brother. I saw that clip and I'm like, no, not my boy Dean. Like,
yeah, the bad palpitation.
Yeah,
Man,
bro.
That was a very scary day. And I'm pretty sure those are onset via like a lot of stress and anxiety, at least for me. And after I had that really bad palpitation on live, I was like the most stressed and anxious I've ever been. So then for the rest of the day, it was really, really bad. I was referred to a cardiologist by the ER. However, like it's been a couple days now and I've been okay. So I just don't think I'm going to go. I don't want to waste resources, but
have you checked your blood pressure?
No, I want to get something too, you know, just make sure that I'm good. Probably monitor it myself.
Are you on any supplements?
I was. So I was on ashwagandha and Tongad Ali, and I actually just stopped taking both of them. And I think it was something, it could have been related to ashwagandha or Tongad Ali, because those were like two new supplements that I hadn't taken before, that I had started taking that were kind of associated with the palpitations.
Can I recommend you some?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Real quick.
It's just basic. I mean, dude, I'm 24. I'll be 25 this year. I've got high blood pressure. So I've done a ton of research. Some of these are for lowering blood pressure, which I don't know if that's your issue or not. But just your basic stuff, fish oil, vitamin D3 and K2, magnesium. I take zinc as well. And then there's, if your blood pressure is high, you can take hawthorn extract and Arjuna.
All good recs. Actually, surprisingly good advice. Yeah, I'll probably just start doing that all for general health. I started a supplement company with a friend like a couple years back, and I stepped out of it because of this, but he's still running it. And because of that, like I just get like free fucking supplements whenever I want from like really high quality producers.
That's awesome.
And I think that he's actually selling a handful of those, so I might as well hop on. Well, you're a sweet guy, and I appreciate you for your kindness, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, and hopefully you come around to the light.
Thanks, brother. Have a great day, man.
Go to a cardiologist.
Yeah, okay, I will. Okay, I'll do it for you guys. I mean,
the chat demands that, okay?
I will say, I only went to the urgent care because of the chat. I wouldn't have done it on my own, which is probably like, like an irrational decision of mine.
Hey, W chat, yeah. Can we get some W's for the chat?
Yeah.
W chat.
Yeah, but all right. Do you wanna go live?
Yeah, I'm about to do that.
Perfect. And then
you gonna join me, or are you just gonna get off for tonight?
Well, I'm doing a cooking stream, so I'm gonna go to the store and we're gonna get some goods, and then I'm gonna head over and go live on my second account. So everybody that's at It's Not Dean, I'll probably like post an update over on my whatchamacallit, over on my Instagram, because I think my Discord invites are paused because of bad things going on. So I'll post the update on Instagram if you're not on my Discord. If you are on my Discord, I'll send an announcement out in there. But just real quick, one last thing before I end. What side should I get? Chat.
I'll have the chat answer that. I'm gonna go start my debates.
All right, bye.
Have a good night, man. Have fun with your cooking stream. That's gonna be fun.
Dude, it's gonna be fucking awesome.
I'll probably see it on my For You page later.
Peace out. Rice. So I've actually done rice quite a bit, but I don't know. Like, I'm not the best at doing like well seasoned rice, but I could learn. I was actually thinking about doing like a red wine reduction sauce for the steak too. Like, I'm actually like, oh my God, I just dropped my anxiety pin in my foot. That fucking hurt. Asparagus, roasted veg, pasta, potatoes. I want to do potatoes. The only thing about potato sides is that they low-key take a while to prep. Potato. Okay. All right, you guys. Would you guys spam the add to my second account, add It's Not Dean with 2 A's and 2 N's in that chat, so at least you know what account I'll be going live on for the cooking stream? There we go. Thank you, Effie. Also, Effie, I saw your message. I'll read it as soon as I get off. There we go. So make sure you're following this account. I'll probably be live on there in the next 40 minutes. I just need to go to the store, get a couple things. We're going to try the steak again. We're going to hit it with a little bit more of a game plan tonight. So we'll see how we do. Love you all. Head over there. Peace and love. And see you later. Go raid Parker. At Parker, get a job. Go raid him. Spam Dean raid.